What up? What up? What up?
We
It's the
back.
Kings.
Mhm.
Back like cook crack. Y'all know what it is.
Mhm.
Ed, Rio, Rico, and myself. The Kings are officially back in the building with a ton to talk about.
Whole
We,
bunch.
I love, this is crazy.
Mhm.
Every week, we have something that breaks on Sunday night that spills into Monday.
Beautiful.
It's crazy. And we keep talking and having these conversations about how rapidly everything is happening. Like just 3 weeks ago, we were like, man, the stadium going back to DC is in the red zone. Then the
Yeah,
next
man.
week,
The
it's
NFL draft, man.
the
And
draft
we
happens.
got renderings of it. The president is talking
Bro,
about the team. I was listening to Pat McAfee show earlier before our general manager pulled up. Pat McAfee and company said the Washington Commanders are the epicenter of NFL conversation. And I
Yep.
was just like, man,
Yeah.
what a time it is to be alive, man.
That's so true. I'm like, people get upset. They're envious of us right now because, and I'm telling y'all think this is coincidental. All of this is going to spill right into the schedule release.
Yep.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later because I don't think that this is coincidental, that everything is happening leading up to next week's schedule release.
Mhm.
Don't be surprised when that thing drops, but we got other business to attend to first before we get to the predictions, because I want to get into the schedule release a little bit later on and some predictions there. I want to talk about some UDFAs and some predictions there as well. But before we get to that, the big news of the week, right? To kick us off, DC awarded the 2027 NFL draft. My goodness. Clap it up, man.
We used to pray for times like this, fellas.
Man, what? I mean, so in my mind, when we got the announcement that they were going back to RFK, I thought that it would come with opportunities like this once the new stadium
Mhm.
had been completed. I didn't in my mind think that they would just say, all right, bet we see where this is going, balls in motion. Let's give y'all the draft in 2 years.
And that's the stadium rollout right there. That's the
Yeah.
soft launch for the new
Yes.
stadium, man.
Yes, it is. And in my mind, my mind started to wander when that news broke. I'm like, the only thing that could prepare you for the draft, because they talking about 1 million people over that.
It's finna be 1 million
It,
plus people, man. They did
yo,
700,000 in Detroit, 600,000 in Wisconsin. Who goes to Wisconsin, Luke?
bro, come on now. Like, people in Wisconsin don't even go to Green Bay, right? Like, unless they go into the game, like.
Yeah, and you heard Adam Peters talking his talk too. He said, "Whatever the record is,
Oh yeah,
we're
we
gonna
breaking
break it.
We're breaking that.
We're gonna break that.
We gonna break it easy.
Like,
why does the general manager even care about that? I love this team
because he's competitive. He's competitive.
Yeah, man, I love that.
All competitive, man. And I'm thinking to myself, the only thing that could prepare you for the draft is if we win the chip first. We flooding Pennsylvania Ave. Yo, I'm telling you, a Super Bowl parade is the only thing that can get you prepared for the 2027 NFL draft, right? Because it's gonna be bananas. It's crazy. I already had people saying, bro, I'm already penny pinching, saving up for my flight to come out there to go to the draft in 2027. Like, it's gonna be crazy.
Million man march for the NFL draft, man. It's gonna be lit out there, man.
I will be there. You can't miss that.
Look, man, I said, it ain't many things that get me to come outside. I'm outside for that one, right? The stadium, the first game, the inaugural, like, you have to be in the building for the first game of the new stadium, right? Like, that's a must.
Yep.
The draft coming to DC is another one of those. Hey, I gotta come outside, man. I gotta be there. I wonder which day is gonna be the most lit. Will it be day 1 or 2? It ain't gonna be day 3. Obviously.
It's gonna be night 1 is gonna go
crazy,
bananas, bro.
Yeah.
And that draft class is special. Like,
well, they already rolling out names. I was like, it's too early. Like Arch, because Arch could come out this year. Like, if he kill it this year, he probably coming out this year.
If he don't though, and then that's the receivers, the Alabama receiver, the Ohio State receiver, the edge from South Carolina. dudes in that class. Man. This
Oh,
is
and Dylan
Washington.
Studer, even though he plays for South Carolina, he's going to get a standing ovation wherever he goes, just from because he's from DC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's gonna be crazy. I'm
And
so
we
happy
picking 32nd at that joint. That's
talk to him. Talk to him.
I love it.
We're gonna have to wait a long time.
I love it. We trying to do what the Packers fans did for Matthew Golden, right? Where you just feel that love, bro. Like I feel like you gotta have like somebody suggested Joe Gibbs announce the pick. I was saying like Jaden should announce the pick, but you got to have somebody of like massive stature within the organization announce that pick because the energy is going to be crazy. That's what I think. You got to have somebody big coming out.
They're gonna do something weird, like let the president do it. I'm like,
that's how
he ain't gonna read the sentence right.
Yeah.
Did you see the football they gave him? I said, man, they over here kissing that. They got to play the game, man. They got to play.
They do, yeah. They got.
You already know they went straight to discuss that stadium as soon as that press conference finished.
He said the ultimate commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, man. Come on now. Come on now.
Yeah. That's wild, man. It was crazy, bro, to see how fast all of this has come together. Do you realize, and I know I've said this to y'all, but again, it's moments like this that reinforce, do you realize where we were just a year ago this time, let alone 2? Can you like just think about, like, just let that sit in. Just I always go back 2 years because there was still the stench of Dan Snyder hovering over the organization 2 years ago this time. The sale was not yet complete. It didn't happen until July of that year. But you go back just a year's time, we were still one of the worst run franchises, right? We were still in the midst of turning it around. We had just drafted Jaden Daniels, right? We were still viewed as a 5-6 win team max. Right? What was the number? 6.5, right?
That was 5.5 or 6.5. It was one of those.
One of those two numbers. Like, you were still viewed as one of the worst teams in football. Our roster suggested that we should have been, right? And so none of this felt real.
Nope.
You fast forward a year, you just got out of the NFC Championship game. You can't go anywhere without our name ringing out, right? Commercials.
It rings bells.
Yo, I mean, it's wild. Commercials and
motion, man. Motion.
The motion is wild. The energy surrounding this organization is crazy. I could never have imagined all of this taking place so quickly. Like,
let's say at all, let alone how fast it's happening.
Man, it's just wild.
But have y'all seen the renderings for the draft?
Yeah.
The draft ain't never looked that good. It ain't never looked that present. Whoo, that looks so good.
The monument in there, the monument in the picture, the backdrop.
The backdrop.
Yeah, that's
football so wild. Back in DC, man. DC about to come up something crazy, bro. You think they turned up that area around Navy Yard for Nats Park? Wait till they see this beautiful.
Like, this shit right here is crazy, bro.
What is crazy, that? Bro. Come on, man.
This is wild, bro. Like,
they bodied that, bro.
That's nasty right there, man. I mean,
they knew what they were doing when they put that together too. Like, they was, I knew they were ready to release that. They were like, when we released this, they felt like it was a mixtape dropping.
Right.
New shit.
What's the game plan, fellas? Where we setting up Commanders Kings live at? You know, we need the game plan.
Great point.
Draft. Yeah. We gonna have.
We
to,
need something to consider. I
wonder if they would let us like rent out a space, right?
That would be fly. Because
I mean, I don't know who we would have to talk to get that done, but I think we need our own dedicated space for that joint. Like, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Like, we not gonna be able to just, if you don't have a dedicated space, you're not gonna be able to just set up shop. It's gonna be too many people.
Yeah, freestyling, running around with lapel mics, all just on the move. Yeah. I mean, we gonna make it shake regardless.
We gonna figure it out, but it's gonna be wild, bro.
Like streamers out there now, man.
We out there moving like Casanat and them when the draft gets here, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Wow, man. This is another one of those wow moments. Like, you pinch yourself to see if everything that's happening is real, but here we are, man. And I can't help but go back to my original point. But shit, all of our original points. This is the Jaden Daniels effect. Like, if you are fooling yourself if you think that if Sam Howell is still our quarterback, if Drake May is our quarterback right now, I would even say if Caleb Williams is our quarterback, that all of this is happening as rapidly as it has taken place. The fact that we were in the NFC Championship game expedited everything, including the stadium talks, right? Like, Jaden Daniels is literally taken his franchise and turned it upside down. I don't want to say single-handedly, because obviously Josh Harris and his group buying the team and hiring Adam Peters and hiring Dan Quinn, they were all integral parts in this thing turning around. But if we won 7 games last year, I'm telling you, all of this motion that we getting right now, all of this traction that we get, I'm telling you, it's not happening as rapidly. It may eventually have happened. It ain't happening the way it's happening right now.
Nope.
It's not Roger Goodell in person to announce a stadium coming to DC at 2030. Maybe he's over there, like he sends a clip. Maybe he sends his best regards, a quote for somebody else to read. But he's not there in person next to Josh Harris.
And then the next week with the president and Josh Harris again. So back-to-back weeks in DC.
Right.
Why would when he ever came to DC 2 weeks in a row?
He might not have even done that for family, bro. I don't even know if he done that for family, bro.
Right.
Yeah, let alone for the Commanders. Are you crazy? Like, this is wild. And this is the beginning. This is just the beginning, y'all. We just scratching the surface. That was his rookie season.
Yep.
Like, I saw something somewhere. I want to say it was, I forgot where I read this, but it might have been John Keim. I think he was saying that the former Warriors GM had equated Jaden Daniels to Steph Curry and the type of impact that he could have. And I can see it. I can, minus the injuries, obviously, but early in his career. But Steph's changed the game. Like, dudes want to shoot threes now, right? Bigs want to shoot threes. Everybody want to shoot threes, and they don't want to shoot them right behind the 3-point line. They want to pull up from 33 feet and let it rip, right?
I remember Colin Cowherd making a full explanation about the same comparison, comparing him to Steph Curry and about the things he had been hearing out of Washington from training camp and stuff.
It's starting to come to fruition. Like, he can change the game, because I'm not saying that he's doing stuff that nobody else has ever done. Other guys have been able to run and operate from the pocket. But have we seen guys be able to do both at this high of a level this quickly? Right? That doesn't happen. The man set the record for the highest completion percentage in NFL history with a minimum of 20 attempts in his 3rd game on Monday Night Football on the road against Joe Burrow. And he knew he had to outscore Cincinnati because our defense couldn't stop their offense. Like, come on, man. Like, he's an animal. He's an alien, bro.
And why I'm so optimistic about his future too is because, first of all, he's naturally just gonna get better. Like, a lot of people are talking about sophomore slump and stuff like that, but I feel like Adam Peters and company, first of all, did a great job of building everything around him. But Adam Peters says something that maybe not a lot of people super focused on with Pat McAfee about Cliff Kingsbury. When looking at some Oregon film, he ended up noticing Josh Connolly. He wasn't even looking for Josh Connolly. He was looking at Oregon film, and he was basically looking at what some of the best college offenses are doing right now and trying to add that extra layer to our playbook of another, few plays. As defenses get used to what we were doing last year, Cliff Kingsbury's we have this whole other set of stuff that we're going to do. So I think just around Jaden Daniels is going to be set up so well for him. Offensive line weapons, offensive coordinator. They're taking this to another level. I don't see why Jaden Daniels would reset the factory default settings or anything like that.
Yeah, that's why I love that Cliff's coming back or came back. Another thing, Jaden is such a trendsetter with the VR thing. Jalen Milroe, coaches are telling him to do the whole VR thing to train and get better. People are talking about, defense are going to adjust to Jaden, but he's going to adjust the defense. He's going to get smarter, going to get better. Him and Cliff are going to get better together. But yeah, no, we got that guy, man. Not only from the pocket, but like he had to lead the team in rushing with 815 rushing yards, which is insane. He shouldn't have to do that as a rookie, but he had to step up and do that. So we got a guy, man. We got our guy. And
like the piggyback off of Ed's point about the VR, Jalen Milroe didn't tell the Seahawks to use the VR. They told him. They said, hey, you know that guy over in Washington? You should use what he's using because it's not just some typical Oculus MetaQuest. You just throw it on and it simulates football. They got Cliff's voice calling the sets from the next week, and they're calling out blitzing. He's simulating. This is way better than when you stand behind the other bridge quarterback on the team and you take mental reps like the young guys do. That is literally like, and they put it at like 0.1, 0.75 speed too. So he knows when everything's coming so fast. He processes it. He closed out the first month of his rookie year and did something I've never seen a Washington team do. We didn't punt for 2 games straight. We did not punt or turn the ball over for 2 games straight. We just scored every time we touched the football. What is that?
I've never seen anything before it like that, and I don't know if we'll ever see anything like it again, because that was pure nonsense is what that was. To go 2 games straight, like almost 2.5 games straight. It was
almost a third.
Because that Cardinals game started out like the rest of them. He went right down the field and scored another touchdown. I'm like, is this real? This feels like a video game right now. Is this real? And remember, that was another 40 piece. That was another 40 burger, right? That Cardinals game was another 40 burger. Like, we didn't score on every drive, but it was still a 40 piece.
Like with them numbers could have looked even spookier if he went the first 2 weeks of the season without throwing a touchdown. So them numbers could, and he missed 6 quarters, one the injury and one for just rest going into the playoff. So these numbers could have looked a lot spookier, and they were still scary. He was ridiculously good last year.
He could have rushed 4,000 and threw for 4,000 without the Carolina injury, because he would have had 100 in that game rushing.
47 first play of the game.
Like, he was gonna rush for a hundo piece in that game because the Panthers were ass. Like,
and he sat in the Browns game because we blew them out.
Yeah, well, he sat a whole quarter in that game. I mean,
so 7 quarters. He missed 7 quarters last year and didn't throw a touchdown the first 2 weeks of the season. Like the best rookie season could have looked even better.
Man, it's just amazing to think what he could turn into. Like, he's just scratching the surface. And as they continue to build around him, it's only going to get scarier and scarier, right? As we continue to add pieces, he continues to build a rapport with Terry. You add Debo in here, you get him a running back that could actually maximize, his athleticism back there. Now you add another guy back there that could, make a house call at any time or take a 5-yard gain and turn it into a 25-yard gain. It's just going to make this offense that much more dynamic and make it even harder to defend him, and so just seeing everything that's happening to kind of tie it all together is just amazing, knowing that this is all just beginning. It's all just starting. Like, man, like Rio said, what a time to be alive, man. We went through a lot. Like, there's not another fan base that deserves everything that we've got coming to us, that we've seen. And I talked to the football guys. They still got a few more in the tuck for us. Like, he's like, yo, y'all went through a lot, bro. I got a few more in the tuck for y'all. Don't worry.
Yeah, they're not done with us yet.
Not yet, man. Like, so y'all buckle up. I've been telling everybody, buckle up, because next week, when that schedule drops, because you're going to get bits and pieces throughout the course of the day. You know how that works. But when that whole thing drops and you see how many times the Commanders are on prime time,
I'm trying to tell them.
That's just, I'm trying to prepare them, because fans, you want all of the spoils that come with being successful. You think you do until you realize, like, I've already had a couple fans say, man, I just want my 1 o'clocks back.
Yeah,
them dead, bro.
I do too, man. I'm one of them.
I'm dead, bro.
Everybody, you can go to the you can go to the 11 o'clock service at church on Sundays now, because we're not playing at 1 no more, man.
We're not
playing at 1 no more.
You go to brunch, man. Enjoy the games at 1 o'clock. Go ahead, get some stuff done. Go grocery shop.
Yeah, you do
Some
all
mimosas.
that, bro.
Go get you some mimosas. Hit the grocery store. Play outside with your kids because we done playing it.
Yeah, it might be 5 1 o'clock games this year.
Yep.
About 5 of them things. The rest of them just off the strength of the fact that we play the AFC West. So that's 2 games you already know that's going to be at 4:25 if they're not on primetime. So just the fact that we play a West Coast division tells you that that's part of it, but that's just our identity. If we playing the Bears on a Sunday, that's not Sunday night, Monday, Monday night, Thursday, that's a 4:25 game like it was last year. That's 4:25 game.
I see that being on prime time this year. I think they kind of teased that when they put out this list of most anticipated games in 2025 coming up. That made the list out of all the things on our schedule, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Look at Rio with the perfect segue and transition into the next topic. Look at that! Look at him riding that wave. Look at that. Let's talk about it. The schedule release. I want predictions from y'all. The first one I want is right out of the gate. I've given 3 guarantees this offseason. I'm 3 for 3 right now. So this is my 4th guarantee of the offseason. We will be on prime time to kick off the season in some capacity.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. So do you think that's the case? So Rio and myself believe we will be on prime time. Ed and Rico, do you guys believe we will be on prime time to kick off the season?
Yes, I do. Yes, sadly.
I'm gonna go with you. I have a feeling we won't, but I feel
okay. Well, stick with that. If that's what you're feeling,
I'm gonna say no to start off this. I feel a 4:25.
Okay.
4 o'clock start, but I'm gonna say no to the prime time.
All right, so I'm gonna stay with you then, since you don't think they're playing on prime time, but it will be a marquee matchup. It'll be a 4:25 America's Game of the Week type of game. Who's your Week 1 opponent for the Commanders?
I'm gonna say the because I'm actually making my mock schedule right now. That's like one of the videos I'm going with next. I think it's gonna be an NFC opponent because we always have an NFC opponent. I'm gonna say the Falcons. I'm gonna say Falcons Week 1, 4:25. That's what I'm thinking.
Rico, you said we're gonna be on prime time. When on prime time? Thursday to kick off the season versus the Eagles, which we know if you're on Thursday, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
Banner night.
Yep, exactly. Sunday night football or Monday night football. Which one you got us playing at?
I can see the Eagles because we're gonna play them again, so they can milk that again whenever they want to, and I feel like that would generate a lot of interest with that rematch of the NFC Championship game. So I'm actually thinking, and then we played the Eagles Week 1 so many times, like the past 6-7 years. Why not do it now when it would make the most sense?
All right, so Eagles for Rico. Ed's got the Falcons. Rio, what you got? Week 1. What? First of all, where are they playing? Sunday, Monday, or Thursday?
Hey, don't forget, last year there was a game.
On Friday. There was
a Friday night. First Friday of the season. You know what I'm saying? They might throw us at the Chargers in Brazil or something on Friday night. But now I'm going with
that's right.
Monday night versus the Chicago Bears to open the season.
Okay. That's a good one. So John Keim has me thinking, because I was like, man, they might try to throw us in that Miami game. John Keim doesn't think that they're gonna, from what he's hearing, he's not feeling the whole idea of us being in an international game. Normally, you get a kind of an inkling if you're going to be thrown in one of those.
And I think that game is until week 11. The Dolphins-Spain game, I believe it's scheduled for week 11.
Yeah. So he's not feeling the idea of us ending up in any international game. I feel like we do for one. Well, we haven't been in an international game.
I think we're playing one for sure.
Yeah. We haven't had one since 2016, right?
JD Cinco is coming. I'm telling you.
JD Cinco.
Cinco, man.
I agree with Ed on the opponent. I just don't agree with when that game takes place. I think we are playing the Falcons. That is a road game, by the way. So it will be on the road, Sunday Night Football, a rematch of what we could argue was the most epic Sunday night game the entire season last year.
You got us taking like Dallas off Sunday night to open the season because Dallas lives on Sunday.
They live on Sunday.
Versus the Giants.
Exactly. When Eli Manning was playing, you could write down Cowboys Giants as the week 1 Sunday night game to kick off the season.
Oh man,
they're out of there now. It's a new kid in town. It's that kid Jaden, and he's taking that spot over. The only thing I could say against that game is if they wanted to put us at home. I think so. Yesterday I went through the exercise of how many we're due for another road week 1 contest. I think because we went 4 years straight of playing at home.
Yep, to open the season.
Yeah, from 2020 to 2023, we started the season off at home. So we hadn't played a road game since 2019 up until last year. So I think we might get another road game to start the season off. And I think it's Atlanta, the rematch of, because I think whoever they put us against, it's either going to be a prominent NFC quarterback or it's going to be a young quarterback that was in the same draft class as Jaden. So I went through the options. You got Jordan Love in Green Bay. That's a road game. You've got Michael Penix Jr. And the Falcons. That's a road game. You got Patrick Mahomes if they decided to go that way, because I could see them saying Sunday night, week 1, Mahomes, Daniels, Sunday Night Football, right out the gates. I could see that. But I'm like, I feel like you don't have to do that in week 1. Like fans are going to be so, this is why I don't think it's going to be Eagles Commanders week 1 either, because fans are going to be so jacked up for the start of the season. You could give them Browns and Jags.
Yep.
They're going to watch. So you don't got to burn.
I am.
Through. Right. I mean, everybody's going to be, you're going to be so hyped for football that first game, it don't really matter who the hell the opponent is. So I don't have to burn a Kansas City or I think it's going to be the Rams. Honestly, that was the team that gave them the toughest test for the Eagles in the playoffs last year. So I think they're going to run back if they're playing the Rams at home. I don't know their home and away schedule. I'm just assuming
if they host them or the Lions, that's going to be the game for them.
Yeah, I think it's
because we never got to see Lions Eagles last year. I think we're going to be the main. You know how they always run the doubleheader Monday nighter to start the year. I think we're going to be the main attraction Monday night, week 1. Like there's going to be a diet game at like 7, and we're going to be the game at 8:15 that everybody watches. You know, there's going to be the Coke Zero game at 7:00, but we're going to be like the actual name brand soda at 8:15 versus the Bears.
I think they switched it up last year, I think the last 2 years they didn't do a doubleheader in week 1. They did the doubleheader in week 3. Year before was year 2, or week 2, or rather. And then last year was week 3 because we were a part of the doubleheader, right? Was that the doubleheader? Were we a part of the doubleheader with the Cincinnati game? Was that a doubleheader?
Wasn't Buffalo playing that night? Yeah. Wasn't Buffalo playing
and
that
Jacksonville?
Night?
I thought it was Buffalo and Jacksonville.
Buffalo, that game was terrible too.
Yeah. So everybody was over to our game, right?
Yeah, we
were part of the doubleheader last year. So I don't think they do the week 1 doubleheaders anymore. You might be right. They might do a week 1 doubleheader, but I think the last 2 years they went away from week 1 doubleheaders and ended up doing like week 2 or week 3. I think we were part of the doubleheader last year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn it was
the Jags
Buffalo and Jacksonville.
It was that sorry game was on because it led into our game and it was trash.
Yeah, it was horrible. They were getting throttled, but yeah, man, I think there's a chance that if we're at home, I think it's probably the Bears, right? If we're on the road, I think it's either the Chiefs, even though I think that it's too early to burn through that. I think Atlanta makes the most sense. There was a game.
I got a big prediction for the Chiefs game.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear that because
major prediction.
It's week 1. I think we're gonna be on prime time, and I think to your point, Rio, I think even though the Eagles lead the season off and they're going to hype the hell out of that, they're really going to be pushing that Sunday night game because I think we're going to be a part of it. Because I think there's going to be a campaign this year to push Jaden towards the forefront and have him equal Mahomes on the
Of the
NFC
NFC.
side.
Yep,
I think
100%.
that is going to be the way the NFL tries to market him and push him out towards the forefront of the conference, and he'll be kind of rivaling Mahomes as the two best players in the league at their respective positions in their respective conferences. So I could easily see that being the week 1 contest as well to kind of really hype it up. But I think they're going to save that one. But Rio, the floor is yours. You got a big prediction for the Chiefs game. I want to hear it.
Hey, man, start cutting up your GOAT versus the next up promos. Put the little split face graphic with Mahomes on one side and Jaden on the other one. We are playing the Chiefs on Christmas Day. We are playing them on Christmas Day in front of the entire world, and that's going to be the main attraction on Christmas Day this year. Jaden versus Mahomes, the guy who's coming for that top spot versus the guy who still has the top spot. I don't care how the Super Bowl went last year. He's probably going to be scorched earth. This could be the top 2 quarterbacks in the MVP conversation this year.
At the time of that game.
They could be 2 number 1 seeds.
How would y'all feel when we get that scheduled next week? They say Christmas Day versus the Chiefs.
Oh man, I would feel some type of way because first of all, selfishly, I like my holidays to myself. Don't make me be nervous.
Yeah, man.
Don't make me be anxious. And I'm supposed to be spending time with the kids and opening up gifts. And
listen, Lou. This is how the league finna do it. It's gonna be us versus the Chiefs on Christmas Day. That's in Kansas City, right?
Yep, correct.
Taylor Swift performing at halftime.
Oh hell.
Because it was Beyonce Bowl last year in Houston. What better person? It's Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift. She's going to perform at halftime, right? Except we're not going to score 2 in front of her like Houston did in front of Beyonce last year. Bro, I'm telling you, that's it. That's the Christmas Day matchup, man.
And I think I heard that the NFL is doing a triple header because it's Thursday this year, right? Christmas is on a Thursday. So they have access to Thursdays, unlike the other days where they had to just kind of squeeze them out. Thursday is their day. So I heard they're going to go triple header. So it would not surprise me because last year for Christmas, they did 2 games, right?
They said we taking the NBA's day, man. I'm sorry, NBA. Y'all gonna have to,
I feel bad for them. I think they're going to be happy after this year because I think next year they may only go to 1 or 2 games. But this year it's gonna be crazy because it's 3 games.
We finna be the Netflix special on Christmas this year. Us versus the Chiefs, man.
And that's a night game too. That would have to be the capper. That would have to be 8:30 kick. You know what I mean?
So we got all the Christmas out the way. Got time with our kids. We got to open up the gifts and watch hopefully 2 lesser games earlier in the day. Go ahead and let somebody like Buffalo have one of the earlier games and stuff like that. You get Mahomes versus 5 on Christmas night.
Wow.
And a Tay-Tay concert.
That's wild, bro.
I've thought about this.
Hey, that I could definitely see that. Like, it feels like the Chiefs are about to be a fixture on Christmas. Like, because again, if you're one of the marquee teams in the league, we're gonna put you on in those marquee spots. So there's not much you can do with Thanksgiving because Detroit has 1 spot, Dallas has 1 spot.
Then there's the night game.
Yeah, and there's that night game on Thanksgiving, but that always feels like Steelers and somebody, right?
Steelers Ravens. Yep, Steelers Ravens.
At one point it was Atlanta and New Orleans they would put on, and then it became the Ravens and Steelers on that nightcap. Yep. I think that Christmas thing, because I think the Chiefs have been on 2 years straight on Christmas now, if I'm not mistaken. So I think you might be on to something with the Chiefs. Because I think the first year they lost to the Raiders on Christmas. And then last year they beat the Steelers on Christmas. So you may be on to something there, man. That would be crazy. That would be epic. Whenever we play the Chiefs, it's going to be on prime time. Like CBS is probably fighting right now, like, yo, y'all got to give us this one.
Romo begging for that joint.
Yeah, yo, y'all got to give us this joint, man. Y'all can't take all the juicy joints. Y'all got to give us this one. I don't know. The NFL going to let that one slide or not, man. So
that's probably a Sunday night football game if it's not Christmas Day.
Oh, without question. It's definitely a Sunday night football game. It's just when. Not a matter of if, but when is that game taking place. Anybody got any more predictions for the schedule. Because I got another question for y'all. If you don't have like a big prediction like Rio just had, anybody else got one?
This one's pretty simple. I do think we're going to be on Thanksgiving. I do think it's going to be the annual
Cowboys
Dallas
Commanders game. I think that is going to happen. There's a very strong chance of that happening.
Yeah, what if we get Christmas and Thanksgiving?
I don't think
Man, we gotta chill.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It is
They
a
can't
strong
do it.
indication
They can't do it like that.
This is our life now, fellas. What y'all talking about?
It is.
We
But they don't do that to Kansas City. The Chiefs don't get both Thanksgiving and Christmas. They give them a holiday off.
Chiefs ain't in Dallas in division though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, but they play Dallas this year. I don't know if that game's in Arrowhead. If it's not,
that's a possibility.
they might be on Thanksgiving this year. But I think you're right, Ed. That's why I'm not sure if the Christmas thing is going to happen, because I think they're going to try to throw us on Thanksgiving because it's the easiest thing for them to do.
Both of them. 6 primetime games every holiday. We here.
So that was my next question. How many prime timers are we going to get? So technically you're only allowed to get 5, right? But they don't consider, like, if you play the Cowboys at 3:30 or 4 o'clock kick, they don't consider that prime time because it's not technically in prime time. I consider any game where you're the only game on, you're the only show in town to be prime time. That's what I consider prime time. So we're going to count all of those games that may not be in a traditional slot. How many primetime games? Rio's got 6.
6 of them.
I got 5. I got 5 right now.
Yep.
I had 7 in my head because I think we might even get flexed to 1.
And the Jets had like 6 last year.
Mm-hmm. That was the Aaron Rodgers thing. Yep.
Yeah, that's
the flex is going to be big because I'm looking at some schedules from last year. They like leave spots open for the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
And they
did that for us, remember, with the Falcons game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to do that. And then there's a couple games where I think some teams are, not going to be good. Like last year, I think it was like the Eagles game. It was Eagles versus somebody. They bounced them out and put us in there. Same thing with our NFC Sunday night football game is the Falcons. They flexed us into that game.
Yep.
So something like that is going to happen as well. So we're probably going to end up, we're going to start off with 5, but I think we end up with at least 6.
6.
7.
Yeah. I'm with y'all. It's 6. The number 6, it could get to as high as what Rico has is 7. I think you come out the gates with 6. They're going to max us out at the 5 prime timers that you get. And then I think they're going to throw in that Dallas one as a extra prime timer. That's going to give us 6.
The international one is the one I'm counting to the 6th one. We're playing that Dolphins game in Spain in October.
He's not letting Jaden Cinco go.
Yeah. Week 11, we in Spain with it, bro. We in Spain with it, bro.
Oh man, hey, I'm telling you, when this thing hits, it's gonna be epic, and I'm gonna be watching this thing like a hawk. Normally, I get mad on the day of the release because I'm old school with the release. I remember I used to rush home from work because the release would they used to do the release at like 4 o'clock that day. Mm-hmm. And I would rush home to see the list, be dropped. Then they turn it into the 8 o'clock special.
Prime time spectacle.
And by the time they got to that, I think we had 1 year of that where it actually like held, true to nobody releasing anything. Ever since then, like, you get bits and pieces throughout the course of the day. And I think the NFL strategically does that, right? Where they leak this and they leak that just to keep people interested the entire day. But it renders that 8 o'clock special show, it renders it useless because at that point, I already got 5, 6 of our games. As soon as 8 o'clock hits, your team is going to drop the schedule on their social media.
Yeah.
I don't need your show. I just need
schedule release videos are real. That's that company. Oh, please! I hope we put some budget into it and we do something fly this year.
Rio, come on, bro. With what they've done on social media,
they got to.
You already know what it is.
Because the Chargers and them, they be going crazy.
They went ham last year, bro.
They be going crazy.
They went ham last year, and that jank was fire. Yeah, they did the anime joint.
Yeah, there's a handful of teams that they like. I need us among those ranks.
bro.
I mean, the way they've been handling everything else this past year, I would actually be a little surprised if we're not one of those teams.
No
I mean,
major Tutty on the phone taking pictures shit this year.
Nah,
we got.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The question is, who they getting to narrate this shit? Because
get McConaughey on that thing.
You go and pull it out the big guns, right? The McConaughey. Like, just get McConaughey on the phone. Goddamn it! All right. We going to the big guns. All right, that's where we at with ours right now. Get McConaughey on the phone, man. Let's get
have Dale Jr. driving McConaughey as he narrates the schedule release, bro.
Nah, that's hard.
Hey.
That's hard. That's hard. We need that.
Yo, that's crazy. But we got that kind of firepower, man. So, it's gonna be crazy. I think they're gonna drop a little something on this one and have it be dope this year. So, schedule release is gonna be wild, but you know, getting caught up, and this is how like present we are, and this is how, to Rio's point, we're the epicenter right now of the NFL. Like, the draft just happened.
Look at us.
The draft just happened, bro.
Yep.
Right? And we won't. That wasn't even the hottest topic.
Nope.
For us, the draft just happened just a week and a half ago. And we moved on from that so quick because we got the RFK news. We want to talk about UDFAs and we want to talk about these rookie minis, schedule release.
Shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to Gabe. Man.
Shout out to Gabe.
Shout out to Gabe, man. Hey, you saw the dude on McAfee, Pat McAfee, say that we signed him, and AP clean that up real quick. No. We invited him to the.
He'll be here for rookie mini camp
for the tryout. Yeah. He like, let me clean that up real quick because I don't know if he knows how rabid this base is. One slip up like that, I thought we signed him already. No.
Our comments would have been flooded. Hey, did y'all see on Pat McAfee show? They said he signed Gabe Taylor. I told you.
Yeah. They would have ran with that joint. You were like, bro, no, trust me, he just got a tryout. That's it, right? So, with all of this going on, like the UDFAs, normally I probably would have put out a couple of UDFA videos already. I'm gonna put out one tomorrow because the rookie minis start on Thursday. But we've had a chance to look at the list. I'm pretty sure y'all have had a chance to look at the list. It's 15 players long. Obviously, 5 of them only received a tryout. The other 10 were all guys that they signed. So my question to you guys are, of this list of players here that you see on the screen, all right, and all the ones with the asterisk next to their school are the ones that are just here strictly for a tryout. All the other names are guys that they signed as UDFA. So there's 10 total. Fentress Cypress, a defensive back from Florida State. Tim McKay, right guard from NC State. Ricky Barber, defensive tackle from UCF. Trey Rucker, safety, Oklahoma State. Robert McDaniel, safety, Jackson State. Carlin Vigors, cornerback from Louisiana Monroe. Jacoby Jones, wide receiver from UCF. Al Cajo, a linebacker from UCLA. Ja'Cory Brooks, wide receiver from Louisville. Cam Arnold, linebacker from BC, are all guys that are UDFAs that are a part of the 90-man roster. And for those of you who are unaware, the roster is at 90. So when and a great example of that is when they signed the kicker, Matt Gay, they had to release someone so that he could be a part of the roster. So that's why, because you see a lot of teams go to camp with 2 kickers, right? If we didn't have, let's say we had 87 players at that time, they wouldn't have had to release Zane Gonzalez. They could have kept him.
Nope.
But they had to make a transaction concurrent with that signing so that they could make space for him. So we are at 90. We have 80. I went and counted. We have 80 players on the roster, plus these 10 UDFAs. It's 90. Of these 10 guys, do you see a guy potentially having a realistic shot at making this roster?
Yep.
So yeah, I think the easy one is Ja'Cory Brooks, the receiver at Louisville that went to Alabama. because he produced at Alabama too. It's not like he just didn't do anything. He had a couple injuries that derailed his career there, but he had a good year at Alabama. Played with Bryce Young and played with Jalen Milroe. But no, I mean, you look at the one catch that he had. It was a pass interference, and he still caught it with one hand. Had a 1,000-yard receiving season, if not 1,000 yards, was really close to it last year. Played with it was the quarterback's name, Tyler Shue at Louisville. Big body, good hands. Not the fastest guy in the world, of course, 4.6 40-yard dash, but he moves the chains, can make something shake after the catch too. So I like him a lot, man. I think I think he's capable of beating out KJ Osborne. I think he's capable of beating out Michael Gallup if they keep 6. I'd rather keep 6 than 7 receivers, but if they do keep 7, and then beating out Mitchell Tinsley, Bryson Tremayne, moving up the ladder in that case too. But yeah, I think he's got a chance, man. He put up some really good numbers at Louisville, man. So I think he can make something happen. I think he's going to stand out on Thursday night or Thursday whenever they have practice. I think a lot of beat reporters are going to come out. He may have a Marcus Rosemy-Jack Saint type of catch.
Oh Lord.
I think he's better than Rosemy-Jack Saint for sure. But no, he's really one of the guys when people say this guy should have got drafted, like he's one of the guys that like legitimately should have gotten drafted at least the 6th or 7th round. So I think there's room for him to compete and make the roster for sure.
He got Tyler Shuck drafted in like the 2nd round. It's him. Like he did it. And I would agree. Just off of the fact that like
the whole, because I know Rico, you're gonna bring up the stats too. So I'm not gonna say the full stat, but the whole contested catch stat. I know you're probably gonna bring that up.
Oh no, go ahead. I wasn't even gonna bring up stats.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I know you talked about it in your video. I talked about it a little bit of mine. But even just those numbers to the whole contested catch thing, I think they're gonna love that too about his game.
Yeah, I think he's probably the most likely just on the fact that, I mean, we already talked the previous stream, like the way he high points the ball, there's not necessarily a guy on this team that can do that. And I mean, the production shows itself. 1,000-yard receiver, those guys typically don't go undrafted. Now, I think he's faster than his 40 time. I think when I look at him on tape, he's De'Ami Brown-esque, because De'Ami Brown's not a blazer. He always finds a way to get to take the lid off the defense, get beyond the safeties. I think he can still do that because he did that in college a lot. But if it's not Ja'Cory Brooks to provide another answer, now granted, I don't have a Tyler Owens in this class where I'm just like super rooting for him. I think this guy really has a great chance. But outside of Ja'Cory Brooks, I'm intrigued by Colin Schlee because maybe they're looking at him as like a Taysom Hill type of guy, where he's like a Swiss Army knife, can do anything. But the most realistic outside of Ja'Cory Brooks would be Carlin Vickers for me. More so, first of all, just his talent, but also, I mean, we don't have a lot of outside cornerback depth. Like if there's an injury to say Trey Amos or Marshawn Lattimore, knock on wood, you are forced to move Mike Sanderstill back from slot to your outside corner because Jonathan Jones and Noah Benogany are also both better slot corners than outside corners. So Carlin Vickers may make the roster just as like that third outside corner, maybe potentially.
I know y'all took some very good answers. Ja'Cory Brooks obviously feels like the easiest answer there because of the wide receiver room closing it out. I'm going to go with the kid from Jackson State, Robert McDaniel. We need safety depth on this team. And you know how this team is about guys with high relative athletic score. He's a guy we were closely monitoring throughout the draft process. We took him to dinner after his pro day. You know how these guys are about people that they're meeting with. There's something there. And you're talking about a 6'2", 212 to 215 pound safety, 39-inch vertical. Like, he is athletic as hell. There's a lot of green on his relative athletic report. And Dane Brugler's the beast. He said, like, Adam Peters could see a Talanoa Hufanga type role on the Washington Commanders for a guy like this. He's one of the better players in the HBCU. I'm going to go with the Jackson State safety over our guy Gabe because I think his size profile mixed in combination with his speed and stuff like that, he could be in the back end of the safety room and be this year's Tyler Owens.
And it's crazy because everybody kind of took an answer to a different person. And I like that. I like the fact that everybody kind of took a different approach to the question because I think the low hanging fruit is Ja'Cory Brooks, obviously. But I think Tim McKay, the guard out of NC State, is an interesting name to keep an eye on. I'm still doing all of my research, but I think they spent the most money on him out of all of their undrafted free agents that they paid. I think they paid him the most out of this group. It reminds me of when the last group spent all that money on Mason Brooks, and we were like, oh, hell, Mason Brooks about to make this squad because they spent all that money on Mason Brooks.
All the guaranteed money.
All that guaranteed bread. It was like, wait a minute. They must really like this dude. Yeah. And I kind of see the same thing for McKay. And I don't think that the guard depth is like out of this world after this year, right? Because Wiley's gone after this year more likely than not. Everybody, again, I don't have to go through the whole long spiel. Everybody's on a one-year deal, pretty much, right? Everybody not named Laramie Tunzel, Sam Cosme, and Tyler Biotish, essentially. And obviously the rookie we just drafted, Josh Connolly Jr. Everybody else is on one-year deals, pretty much. So this whole slate is going to be practically wiped clean after this year, and you need depth. And even if he doesn't make the roster, and I'm looking at these UDFAs, and in my mind, I don't think any of them are going to make the team. But I do think outside of Ja'Cory Brooks and maybe Robert McDaniel, because again, I see him as a Jeremy Chin type, and they want a guy like that.
Yep. And they like him.
They like him a lot.
He had 180 guaranteed too, which is pretty high for an undrafted free agent. So
yeah, I think they want guys around so that we don't find ourselves in the position that we were in last year. Because we had some injuries last year, and our depth was tested, and our depth wasn't very good, and we knew that. Right, we knew last year that our depth wasn't great because our roster wasn't great, and so we couldn't afford injuries. And when we had to tap into that depth, when you had to go reach into your bag of, practice squad guys and pull somebody up and make them active, it wasn't pretty. Yeah, and so I think they want to be. So I think a guy like Carlin Vigors gives you that. To your point, they want another boundary, right? If anything happens, they can shuffle the deck if they have to. Right, Mikey having the ability, Jonathan Jones having the ability, those guys have the ability to go outside. So it gives you the flexibility of not having to do anything crazy, but you still want that guy around. I think it's a lot. I think like a Carlin Vigors is going to be a lot like Chigozie Anuzium last year, right? Guy that they brought in as a UDFA, they liked him. He wasn't going to make the team.
Never saw the light of day for the most part.
Right, he didn't. And then the Browns said, well, let me get him. Right. So they snatched him up off our practice squad, but they had plans for him to continue to develop here in the program. I see that for a lot of these guys. McDaniel and Ja'Cory Brooks are the two that stand out, along with McKay. Those three stand out as guys that four guys that I think could ultimately be practice squad guys are McKay, all the four that we named, McKay, McDaniel, Carlin Vigors, and Ja'Cory Brooks. And Brooks has a legitimate shot, as you guys said, Ed said it very eloquently, of making this roster because of, the wide receiver position, the back end of that position, and how in flux it is. Like, it's going to be really interesting to see. But he's going to have to show up and show out in camp and in the preseason. I can't think of a time where preseason games are going to be this intriguing as you get into the later quarters, right? Normally it's like maybe one guy, but you don't know most of the dudes on the practice squad or most of these dudes that's backing up guys. Like, legitimately, I want to see like Jacoby Jones, like this receiver out of UCF. I want to see Ja'Cory Brooks and if he performs too good, you won't be able to keep him. Somebody's going to sign him when we cut him. So I wonder if they're going to try to hide him.
I can't wait to see JCM play against third stringers. It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be filthy, bro.
They're going to do him like they did your boy last year, I think. Well, you know what? They're not, because he's making his team. So they don't have to hide him. Yeah, so they had to hide your boy from Arizona last year. Because they took him. I was like, yo, I want to see him keep eating. He was eating. Yeah, let me see him finish eating. Scrape the plate, bro. It was like, nah, he done. We don't want to put him out there so that somebody else see him and snatch him up. So we don't gotta worry about that. So yeah, he gonna get to eat against them second and third stringers for sure.
Yeah, man. He about to go crazy in the preseason, man.
It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun to watch. All right, let's get to the comment section and see what you guys are talking about.
One thing before we get to it.
Yeah,
I want to say Keegan Jones, he probably won't make the roster. He may make the practice squad. He's a camp invite.
Yep.
But anybody who had to suffer as a running back under Eric Bieniemy last year, I have a lot of respect for one aspect here. But he's a kick returner. He's a wide receiver, running back. Like he has some good games. His numbers aren't like he doesn't have big numbers, but he does have some production. If you want to look at a game for him, I think it's against Rutgers. He had like 5 catches for 114 yards as a running back, wide receiver, just a dual threat guy. We talk about Kaz Allen on the roster. I think he could make the practice squad. He's another UCLA guy, has a connection with Adam Peters in that sense. But I just wanted to shout out Keegan Jones because that invite kind of went under the radar for me. So I want to see what he does on Thursday, and if he does get invited to actually compete in a 90-man roster.
And to close out the undrafted free agent conversation, because I know somebody's gonna say it.
Go ahead.
We are all rooting for Gabe Taylor.
Shout out Gabe, man.
Shout out Gabe. We are all rooting for him. But I want fans to know this is a uphill climb for him to not only make the team, but to make it past rookie minicamp to be here in the summertime to play preseason games here. Because AP let it be known today, we extended the invite for a tryout for rookie minicamp. You ever seen The Longest Yard? Come to the treeouts.
Yeah,
Come to the tryout.
You dumb bitch. hey, look, I'm gonna tell you just like this. In my estimation, first of all, guys that get invited for tryouts generally don't get signed. And so it's like you said, it's an incredibly steep uphill climb for him. But if there were a guy, it would be Keegan Jones. I think he could actually replace Kaz Allen.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
I could see, because like I just told y'all, it's 90 guys here now, right? So if you're going to pull somebody from that tryout and make them a part of the night, somebody's got to go to make space for them. So if you're going to give a spot to Gabe Taylor, for instance, well, then one of these safeties more likely than not has to go. They could pull somebody from a different position. It could be a defensive end. It could be a linebacker. It could be anybody, right? But somebody has to go. I could see the easiest thing I could see is them swapping out one former Swiss Army knife running back / wide receiver / kick returner who just couldn't cut in the league in Kaz Allen for another one that's fresh, that's new, that we picked. I could see that.
Hey, dog, before we get to the comments, did y'all see that game winner, bro?
Yes.
Watching it right now. I missed
Oh my God.
Oh, no, I was not looking.
Wait, another one just happened?
These NBA playoffs.
Halliburton
just hit a game winner.
He did the Sam Cassell celebration too right after.
He missed the free throw. He missed the free throw, got it and hit. Yo, these playoffs are legendary, bro.
Yeah. They got to get them ratings up, man.
Oh my
Get them
God.
ratings up.
Oh my! I'm gonna have to go watch the highlights of that.
Missed it, got the rebound and hit the game winner to put a. Whoa, Cleveland
is in trouble. That's 2. They down 0-2 at the crib.
And now they gotta go to Indiana.
Oh, that shot is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
my didn't play in Garland.
Man.
Whoa.
DeAndre Hunter didn't play either, so they had three key players out.
Wow.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
key players out.
Wow.
But yeah, Keegan Jones, like I said, Eric Bieniemy, one of the worst coordinators ever, coached him last year, so that's big ups to him. And then another low-key guy, Cam Arnold, out of Boston College, he kind of went under the radar too.
Yep.
If he didn't get hurt,
yep.
He was on pace for like a really good. He had like 2 forced fumbles. He had a forced fumble on Luther Burden last year too.
He's fast
against Missouri. So yeah, RIS score another Colin Schley too. So, the quarterback that's just super fast.
Yep.
Oh my God.
That step
back.
Back was wicked, boy.
Bro, they are in trouble, bro. They are in some trouble. Yo, if they get mopped in this series, do you know the narrative that's gonna form around Donovan Mitchell?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna get dark for him quick.
And they're gonna be calling them the Atlanta Hawks back when they had Joe Johnson and them when they win 60 games and go smack home. We get swept by Braun.
Hey,
Jalen Green, like he's the worst player I've ever seen in my life.
for the
Rockets, yeah, but that was bad.
Didn't play basketball.
This man literally said, "Hey, I'm getting off social media until the playoffs over." Like he was Bron, like he liked that, right? I'm turning off all my social media just to
like
score
he had
3
another
points.
mode to get into. Like
Right, exactly. I'm finna lock in, right? Just to have 3 points in a deciding 7th game, right? Like crazy work, bro.
Did y'all have any thoughts about the rookies' numbers before we do?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, I'm
that's
glad
a good.
you brought it
Yeah,
up.
we definitely got to talk about that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Numbers matter, y'all.
I'm disappointed that Will Harris got number 3.
Me too, bro. When I seen that, I said, "Oh, he better be coming with something because that's a single digit."
Yeah, I was like, everything else I was cool with. I was like, all right. I mean, so of the draft class, I'm like, Madrano 56. I just think it's gonna look weird on him. I have no issues. Like somebody, I said, when's the last time we had a respectable 56? We got to go all the way back to LeVar, right?
Wow.
He gonna be the most petite 56 you've ever seen.
Ever seen?
Ever.
Like,
The
it's just gonna look
skinniest.
weird, right? Then you know
It's gonna
somebody
look
had the
barcode-like.
audacity to bring up Perry Riley Jr. on my screen. I said, wait a minute. If I had a timeout button, I would have put their ass in timeout. You sit down, Perry Riley. You go sit your ass in the penalty box for like 2 minutes for that damn comment. The hell is wrong with you?
No.
Oh man. But he's gonna look crazy in 56. And I was like, 32 is reserved. Like Jarrett Patterson wore 32. It's reserved for those 5'6", 5'7", small, diminutive fire hydrant backs like Maurice Jones-Drew, right? You can't wear 32 at almost 6 feet tall. That's not allowed. We got to get him in 22 or something.
Somebody that get cut. Somebody that get cut going to have to come up off.
Yeah,
something,
we
bro.
got.
I wish he could get single digit.
And it is a running back number. Yeah, it is a running back. Like who's wearing 6? You wore number 5 and number 1 in college, JCM. Put them together and make 6.
That's
no
perfect.
one's wearing that joint, bro. I need him. That 32 looks slow. It looks slow. Like Jalen Lane loves 83. He's worn it since high school for a reason. That 83 don't look like 4.34 speed, bro.
I disagree. I think you can be small and short in 83 and be fast in 83. Like there's not a lot of 80 numbers.
83
that like
have him
you
looking
can't
like
wear 80.
He's gonna be looking like Wes Welker with a tan.
No,
but he flies. He flies.
Sonoris Moss, man. Sonoris Moss.
That's what I was thinking. Sonoris Moss. Like you can be 83 and get
Who was
away
Sonoris Moss in the NFL, y'all? Who was Sonoris Moss in the league, y'all? That's not the comp we want for our guy. He's a demon.
Man.
He's a demon, bro.
Hey, all we're trying to say, all Ed and I are trying to say is that you can get away with 83 if you're a short, fast receiver, and he is. He checks those boxes.
Shout out
I'm
Albert
okay
Connell.
with it. Hey, I'm okay with it. I'm just 32. I'm not cool with on Bill, and 56 is gonna look weird on Madrano. I think those are the two with the rookies, and then I just like Will Harris 3. Come on, bro.
Y'all think Connerly had to consult the Lenos about wearing 72?
No. All this Abdul Carter.
You got the blessing, man. You got this. You know they still be coming to all the games, right?
Charles.
They be in his wife and Charles be in the stands, bro. Like he definitely had to consult the Lenos, and they gave him the blessing for sure.
Yeah, I mean that Madrano is really weird to me too, because I really honestly think it would make a lot of sense to just go ahead and move him to safety.
That told me that he may not be a safety when I saw the number.
No. He's a linebacker for sure. They really see him. They really see him as that. I told you, you know how DQ loves the undersized linebacker down in the box
on Deion Jones type thing.
So that's the role he's going to play. Remember, they had Marquise Bell. I keep bringing him up because Cowboys fans hated it. The dude was 205 pounds. They had him in a box playing because they like that speed, and he can cover tight ends and guys underneath. So he's got a unique set of skills for his size. So they're gonna try to utilize that. So
I can see him being what they hope Dominique Hampton was supposed to be last
exactly.
year. Really
That's
athletic
exactly what it is.
profile. He's kind of a little Jeremy Chin, Nick Amawari-ish a little bit. I mean, I would think he has the same issues too, like with the tackling problems and everything compared to like a Nick Amawari. To get him in the 6th, I mean, he may end up being one of those big steals that we look back at it a couple of years from now. I still think 56 is weird though.
Y'all like Amos in 23? I think that's clean for him.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Take it over.
I would have
from
preferred him.
Lattimore.
I would have preferred him in that Trey, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Trey would have been. Yeah, it would have been
too clean.
Oh yeah, that would have been so nice.
Yeah,
Will Harris better look like a single-digit safety. He better.
Yeah,
he better hoop like one. Yeah, for sure.
What did he wear like one somewhere? One of them stops? It wasn't Detroit. It had to be New Orleans. I think he had a single-digit number in New Orleans. I think. So
he better play like it.
Yeah.
So to dress up 83,
he was like 5.
Yeah, to dress up 83 and make it look, a little bit sexier. Ricky Sanders wore 83. So if you wanna dress,
where's Ricky Sanders?
Shout out to Ricky Sanders. Hey, people wore 80s receivers numbers in the 80s. That was fly. That was fly back then.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's when that was the thing. You ain't really have a choice, right?
Yep.
But it could be worse. He could be like 81 or 85. It could be something nasty. So it could be worse, but
81 isn't.
That is disgusting, right?
And no one here should touch 81 because of Monk, but also it would look nasty in 20.
No, just period. Like I brought that up, not thinking about I'm just talking about the number in general. Like I never want to see. I don't care what team you play for. I never want to see a 5'10" receiver in 81. That's nasty.
I also don't want to see receivers wearing 20 numbers is crazy too. Like Matthew Golden ended up wearing 22 for the Packers. Like
Packers
what are we
fans
doing?
are going nuts. One Packers fan was like, "Yo, he a bust."
He's Sky Moore. They already calling him Sky Moore out there.
No, he's a bust. He picked 22. He's a bust. I'm like, whoa.
Sky Moore picked 24. I said, "There's no way he's good in the league."
Yeah, you can't be nice doing that. There's no way. No way.
That's a whole nother language. That's hilarious. A lot of people wouldn't understand what we mad about, but that 22 sound crazy.
Hashtag numbers matter, man. It's a cultural thing, man.
Without question, bro. You got to have the right number, man. That's that whole look good, feel good, play good discussion, bro. Like, hey, you got to. It start with the number, man. Start with the number. Optimal focus. It's a reason why dudes be willing to pay for numbers, man.
Will Harris wore 5 last year.
I told you he wore 5. I knew he wore 5. So
thank you, Joe Reyes.
Yeah, he was a single-digit dude in New Orleans. So I'm telling you, he think he like that. So you better show it.
He cried over giving up number 5 to Jaden Daniels.
You say what?
Tressway, he cried over giving away number 5 to Jaden Daniels last year.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did the right thing. He did the right thing.
I hate that y'all made me have to argue with people about the franchise quarterback getting the punter's number. Don't make me relive them days, bro. Chris Russell said Jaden stole the punter's number. Bro, y'all disgust me sometimes.
Hey. Did he really say that? He stole the punter's
people
number?
on the timeline that were like, also like, who does he think he is? Taking Tressway has been the most. Man, we're talking about punters. We're not talking about football players. We're talking about punters.
Hey, hit him. You got to him with the AI with that, bro.
We're talking about
punters. Not a quarterback. Not a running back. Punter.
Shout out to Tressway though. Love him. Love the guy.
And that's a real shout out. That's a real shout out.
An honest one. An honest
emphatic shout out.
And he looks good in 10. He looks good in 10.
Hell yeah. I like I'd rather have my punters wearing Chris Cooley numbers and like my kickers to be looking like wearing like nasty fullback and snapper numbers, but it looks good. It looks just at home in 10.
Hey, that Zane Gonzalez 47 was disgusting.
That's
bro.
how I like my kicker. That's how I like my kicker. The kicker, the punter, and the holder should be the last 3 people on the roster that come to the equipment room and see what's left. You get the scraps. You get the rations.
Hey, bro, that Tyler Ott 69 is despicable, bro.
That's what I need my snapper wearing, bro.
That's terrible, bro.
And I don't ever want to have to say his name again.
Hey, that is crazy to see 69 first down making a special teams tackle. That's nasty work, bro. That is disgusting. Optimal Focus. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, Kings, what's good? What up? Optimal Focus. He said, this new atmosphere is crazy.
Sensational.
It's bananas, bro. I would have never. Look, I always bring it up. We always joking, kid, but we dead ass right now. Like, who would have thought? Not me.
Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us.
We are the smell of the ball to everything right now.
It's amazing, man. It feels good. Feels good.
Look how happy we are in the off season.
In the off season,
it ain't like fake happiness. Like we about to go ahead and lie about our season predictions and that. Like we are all genuinely good right now.
No, I'm gonna say if we started this Commanders Kings like 4 years ago, we would have been struggling.
Bro, it would have been.
Y'all want to do this once a month?
Weekly crash out.
Yo, it would have been one of them. Hey, do y'all feel like doing this week? Man?
I'm gonna say once a month. Once a month, good. Just to check in with everybody.
Y'all sure y'all want to talk about this shit, man?
Nah, for real, man. Y'all want to do this? I mean, we don't got to if y'all don't want to. I'm saying, yeah, we ain't even got to do it for real.
We would have pivoted into an NFL channel, just talking about everything.
Them Heineke conversations would have been so depressing.
Hey, they were depressing on our individual channels. Like to have them joints collectively as a group. Do you know how bad those would have been to do it here? Like it was really people capping, like straight capping and caping for that man.
Oh my God,
bro. I don't want to go back there, man. I don't ever want to go back there again. Commanders for Life 23. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, there might be dudes that stay in the NIL just to get drafted in our city. It's crazy to think
that's interesting.
That things like that could take place. But to Rio's point about that draft in 27, like we just watched a player make a mistake. Quinn Ewers made a massive mistake coming out. Right? And I remember having a conversation with my boy, and he was like, yo, why the hell did Quinn Ewers come out? There was an offer for $8 million for him to transfer.
He's bugging.
Right? And he turned it down. And, you know, some of these numbers be inflated, but he was going to get every bit of 4 or 5, maybe $6 million. The transfer to go somewhere and give another team a chance to win. If Carson Beck could get the money he got to go to Miami, Quinn Ewers could have got some big bucks to move out the way, let Arch do his thing in Texas. Yep. And he turned down that opportunity to go to the league like he was about to be a second-round pick. And the man got drafted in the 7th round.
These agents be selling these boys some dreams. They be selling these boys dreams, don't they? Hey, I think you could be QB3 in this one, man.
Shit, Shador thought he was QB1.
I know you're gonna go before Dylan Gabriel. You got to. Like.
Got to. That's sick, bro. That's really sick.
Oh man.
It's a party in our city.
Yes,
Paul
sir.
Kyoko. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, what's up, Kings? What up, Paul? Our team is all the way up. We all the way up.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag hell yeah. Man, it's a beautiful feeling. It really is. You would think we won the Super Bowl, bro. Like that's the type of energy we on right now.
Hella pep in our step.
Hey, it's crazy.
The Eagles are not acting like they won a Super Bowl, especially like a month ago where they couldn't stop talking about us.
They don't even care about their Super Bowl. They wake up and think about Jaden Daniels every day. They know what's coming.
Every day.
Every day. Mm-hmm. Every day. We stay on their brain, bro.
We gotta have like Jaden Daniels hanging from his rearview mirror in his car. Just because, let me tweet one real quick.
Let me get one off. Let me get one off real fast. Sean Moore, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Sean writes, what it do, bros? Shout out to you, Lou, and Lil Lou, a.k.a. Rio, both HOFers. Bro be sounding like Lou with the shit he be saying out his mouth. Pause on his channel. Whoa. Let me get a 30-second on that one. Yeah, that's a big pause right there. Hey, man, we appreciate you, Sean, bro. Thank you for the $20 dono, man. Really appreciate you. Duncan Wright.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's see if this one's legible.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't see any crazy stuff right now. Give him one or two more, and then yeah.
No, he's got like a period, didn't capitalize or something like. He's got some weird periods.
This sentence running on like a mug too, man.
Brunson called. Speaking of LB, here we go. Brunson called Jaden a sweet treat. Pause.
Hungry ass.
so why you guys trying to gaslight us? Come on, Commanders, Kings. Your mama taught you better than that.
Shout out to Duncan for sounding coherent at least tonight.
Yes.
You know, shout out to Duncan.
Yeah. Look, don't congratulate him just yet. Okay. Give it a little bit of time. Gucci, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes? I say Bears Sunday at 4:25. Rico says
Rico Kinlaw.
They still waiting on that Kinlaw video. I'm working on it for real.
Hey, look, bro. Y'all can go ahead and y'all can put that one down, bro.
Nah, it's on the way.
That Kinlaw video ain't coming.
It's on the way.
Kinlaw about to hoop for us, bro. I think Kinlaw about to go crazy.
Really? What changed your mind? Because you wasn't feeling that way at first.
Oh, no, I wasn't like opposed to it. It didn't make me do backflips when we signed him, but I think Adam Peters really likes this guy, and he really thinks that like we're gonna utilize him in a way that's gonna bring out everything they thought he was gonna be when they drafted him. I think he's gonna be an important component to our defense. What about you, Rico? Because you said you think he's finna snap too.
Oh, I think he's going to be so explosive. Because this last year with the Jets, and this is literally, because especially with as late as it is now, this video is literally designed to convince everybody to like the signing more. Okay. If you hated it, you'll like it. If you liked it, you'll love it. That's the purpose of the whole video.
All right.
And I think he's just going to be so explosive, man. And that last year with the Jets was his first fully healthy season.
He flies around, man.
You saw it in flashes. I think he needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Like he was doing sort of that, the freelancing stuff where he wasn't going with the rest of the D line. I think we can, hamper that in a little bit. You saw the explosion last year. I think getting under Dan Quinn and Daryl and all of these guys, I think we're going to be able to, rally that in a little bit. I think he's going to be serious, man. Because, our edge rusher situation isn't that great as far as the pass rush. I think our interior pass rush is going to be ridiculous. And I think Javon Kinlaw is going to lead the way for that.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like they got a legit plan for him, too, with the whole elephant in thing. And I think his weight, too. I think with previous teams, he tried to gain weight. He never really got in the right weight because of the injuries and whatnot. So, like you said, with a fully healthy season. But I think he's at the right weight that he actually wants to be at for once in his career.
And that's going to be a key. I think we'll see. Oh, so I apologize. The Kinlaw video is coming. Just continue to be patient. Right?
It's on the way.
It is on the way. It's coming. He has a plan. Money Shot 217. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, let's cut straight to the shits. What player do y'all think is buns or overrated on the team or want replaced? And who's your favorite player not named JD or Terry? So one overrated player, and then your favorite current commander not named Terry or JD.
I don't think this player is buns, but I think I speak for a lot of people when I say I would love Brian Keith Robinson to not be the RB1 by the end of the season. A demotion does not mean I hate this guy.
Not the whole government.
I think he's a great guy. I think he's a solid complementary running back. But for my starting running back with this quarterback and what his capabilities are, I need a little bit more out of the guy that's starting in the backfield. I know some people think the new line is going to suddenly turn Brian Robinson into Derrick Henry, but I don't work like that. It don't work like that. And my favorite player other than JD and Terry, give me Frankie Louvu because he plays with screw. We call him screw loose oos, man. Like I wasn't even mad at him when he was jumping the center on the touch.
Oh no, I loved it.
I love that too.
And I was like, this might be the beginning of the end of this shit.
Reckless abandon. He gets after the quarterback and he plays with his hair on fire. It's Frankie Louvu. It's the tribal chief for me.
I would say Michael Dieter. I think he's a good guy, nice guy, but keep Michael Dieter on the bench.
That's Lou's guy.
Even though he played hard, man. He played hard.
Thank you for making me right, Jaden. I love you, man.
That's the most pathetic shit I've ever heard in my life.
Never again, man.
The drop off between him and Biotis is definitely significant. So Nate Herbig should be the backup now. The backup.
I agree.
So we'll see how that goes, which that most likely will be the case. But that's the guy. Like I Michael Dyer, I think he's a nice guy and all that. But favorite player other than Terry and JD, yeah, Frankie definitely for sure. I definitely would go with Frankie, and I would go with Bobby too, man. Just the respect for Bobby,
Legend,
Hall of Famer, legend, All Pro Bobby last year, man. He's our team leader. You hear him talking trash after the Buccaneers game. In the mic'd up situation, the mic'd up series. So, man, I would definitely go with Bobby.
They said somebody said they Trump put a tariff on RICO'S Kinlaw video.
Hey, it's at 30% right now, bro. 30% tariff on that joint.
It's on the way, man.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Should have never gave you some money. Hey, you should have never told him about that Kinlaw video, Rico.
Hey, they'll hold you to something if you hype up something and then
I
don't bring
appreciate
it.
too.
Like, Rio, you said you was gonna do some shit. You never did it.
Yeah.
We ain't forget.
Hey, you can't be making promises you can't keep on some Drew Hill shit.
Yeah, man. It's on the way. I appreciate it though. I love that. Overrated, that's tough. I mean, I just feel like Brian Robinson's the easy pick because right now, technically, he's your RB1. And that's the guy that I'm hoping that as a current starter right now that I'm hoping doesn't end up being the absolute number one at his position starter to go into the season. So I guess that even though I like Brian Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
We all like Brian Robinson,
And Michael Dieter is hard. Like the only reason I wouldn't pick Michael Dieter because I think he's our third string center, so it's hard to say he's overrated at this point. So I guess Brian Robinson naturally, and then favorite player outside of JD and Terry. I mean, I like a lot of our players, but more so when I pick a favorite player, it's their personality, and I think Trey Amos may potentially have that personality that I'm looking for. But I don't know. Like
it's that Southern swagger. It's that Southern swagger for me.
I gotta, cause like I went from Westbrook to Ant. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we have that on the team. Westbrook was pure how he plays. Ant is how he plays and how he is off the court and everything too, other than the all that other stuff. And so like I mean like a Marshawn Lynch or an Aqib Talib, like I need that. Like that's I don't feel like we had that yet. Again, I think Trey Amos can become that for me though. So I literally just have JD right now.
So I really ain't nobody buns or like even overrated is a bit strong for me, but I am disappointed in Deron Payne. So I got bamboozled. The 11.5 sack season. I want more. And I haven't seen it. I don't think I'm ever gonna get it again. So I am disappointed. I won't call him buns. I don't think he's overrated necessarily, but he's the highest paid player on the team.
Yep.
And he does not perform like it. So I do feel like there is a bit of like, bro, what the hell, right? But if my favorite player is probably Oos, but I'm gonna go with somebody that's gonna be a part of this young nucleus and core. So I really love Mikey Sainristil.
Mikey Sainristil,
he's a dog, man.
That's a good one.
I love his personality. And they had him mic'd up last year, and he was snapping on that. That was the Bears game, as a matter of fact. So he's a good dude, man. I like Mikey a lot. He got a lot of energy, and I think he's a guy. He brought Jaden the little cupcake for his birthday, and I think he's gonna be one of those dudes that's gonna be a part of this nucleus moving forward. So I'm gonna go with
love
Mikey.
the LSU versus Michigan trash talk they have between each other too. I love that.
They love the college stuff.
Did y'all see Jonathan Jones be flying planes and shit?
No, I ain't seen
that. He flies planes, bro. Like dead ass be flying planes.
Hey, I didn't even know that.
That is interesting.
I know he won't be playing about his haircut.
I'm about to say that them damn waves.
They almost look fake. They almost look fake, bro.
It looked like Lego. It looked like a Lego attachment.
He got them 1963 finger waves.
Yeah, he looked like
he be singing doo-wop on the corners and shit.
He glued waves in his hair, bro. They almost look artificial, bro. They got soul glow on them, bro.
Yeah.
Just let your soul
that's crazy. Oh man, Sean Moore, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling it up. Who writes? They can't have all the what, Lou? God damn, what I do? What I say?
We
Did
must have said,
I
we must
I
have
had
said
to-
something crazy.
I
But
had
we
to-
was
Y'all
locked in.
remember.
We was
I don't
locked in.
remember.
Hey,
We was
yeah.
locked in.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whatever
Louis so far today.
whatever it was, they didn't catch it, so I feel good, man.
We stayed on topic today. So, you know what I'm saying?
It couldn't have been too outrageous because y'all would have stopped me.
If it wasn't flagrant, we would have called the technical. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We
y'all would
would've
have
called it out.
definitely went. Hey, gotta go to the replay on that one, man. We gotta see what the hell's going on here. John Week, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
Yeah.
Who writes, y'all see neighbors glaze over Jaden on the recent interview?
Mhm.
He is the ultimate leader. We look to follow him. He motivates us. JD5 just gets it. Yeah, I saw it. I mean, he was speaking the truth. Like,
It's his brother.
first of all, Neighbors is a wild boy.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't find somebody to get him the ball consistently,
he
he out.
free in a couple
he
weeks.
gonna snap, bro.
But
Like, I love it.
Like as a Giants fan, I would have threw up in my mouth seeing Neighbors and Brian Thomas Jr. live streaming from general population on the lower level of Jaden's playoff game. They're just sitting in the crowd with regular common folk. They weren't in no box. They was live streaming from like row 8 at the Bucks game, the whole fourth quarter, bro. Like that is, you don't, even though guys are friends in this league, you don't see dudes going to their playoff game sitting in the crowd and stuff like that. Like it's different, bro.
Yeah, they got a real brotherhood for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like he really loved Jaden. He was like, bro, Jaden used to have to reel me in. Like I didn't want to, when I first got to LSU, he was like, I really ain't want to listen to nobody. Like you couldn't tell me nothing. I was gonna do leak. And then he like, Jaden said, nah, bro, this is how you got to do it. He showed me how to work. He showed me how to be a pro. And so like if anybody thinks this Jaden thing is a facade or this ain't real, you tripping. Like all the signs are there, and you keep hearing the same thing over and over from different people. Like this is who this dude is. This is why I don't see any kind of sophomore slump or any of that coming, because he's too locked in. This is what he does. This is who he is.
Yep. He loves the grind. Like the grind makes him happy.
Gucci, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Thank you for doubling up. Who writes, Louie looks like Gilly when the trash ass Eagles win. Rio focusing face look like a Forever 21 model.
I don't know how to take that comment.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't know how to take that
I'm gonna put a brief pause after that, I guess. He says your focusing face looks like a Forever 21 model. What does that mean?
I think that's a compliment. I think it's a compliment. I don't know.
He said you got a smolder.
Rico looked like Sway in the morning. And you look like Unc at the cookout saying, sit your ass down and chill out. Ed definitely be chilling, bro. But hey, just make sure you know that Ed also got that folded chair ready to hit you in the damn back. If need be, if you come up tripping, Ed is ready. Put you down.
Ed will throw you to the wolves.
Hey,
you got the beard back too now. The beard is fully back.
It's fully back. We tried our hardest to not say anything about. Ed said, "Hold on, man. I know you just asked me a question, but we got to talk about the elephant in the room.
We got to address this shit real quick."
Hey, shout out to Gucci, man. Thank you for doubling up. Nick Caps, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Says cheers. Cheers, Nick. Really appreciate you, man. Devon Cash, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you for the $20 dono, Davon, who writes, what's good, Kings? What's good, Davon? Hope you all are doing well. Likewise. Man, what a time to be a commander. Here to let you all know I'm getting stationed somewhere in central cold states like Kansas, Oklahoma, Denver, etc. for recruiting. Fun. Man. Yeah, my guy's a U.S. Marine, part of the U.S. Marine Corps. But
I hope it's Denver, brother.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas and Oklahoma, I can tell you right now. Hey, shout out to anybody that lives in Denver or Oklahoma or Kansas. But
I hope it's Denver for
I
you.
hope it's
brother.
Denver for you too, bro.
Listen, I got folks out in Oklahoma. I hope it's for Denver for you too, man.
Hey, if it's Kansas or Oklahoma, you're gonna be the only Davon in that state.
Oh, for sure. Hey, that's without question. You the only Davon. You probably the only Davon in Denver too, but you got a better shot there than you do the other two. That's for sure.
Go.
Nick Caps, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Who writes? Trump got Fort Bragg name back. Now Redskins.
Don't sleep on it, brother.
Yeah. Don't bank on that. All right.
They ain't say that name one time. Yes, they said you're the biggest commander.
Yeah. No, that's not coming back at all, bro.
Trump finna be wearing this in 2027, like the rest of us.
hey, but I'm no dream killer, man. You go ahead and do you, but I wouldn't bank on that.
We could call them whatever we want as fans, though. Like we can call them whatever we want. My name dead though.
Dead as can be. But look, we can always cherish the memories, right? And a lot of people still call them the Skins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like
we can call them whatever we like.
Yep. Greg, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Greg writes, "Sup guys? Sup, Greg?
What it do?
Think we play the Broncos week 1 on Monday Night Football. That's interesting.
I like that.
I can see it too. That's one of those teams that's definitely on the list.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs on Christmas. That's Rio's take right there. So that I could see that too. Now that Rio done put that implanted that in my head, man, I can see that. He embedded that chip. Now I'm trying to like get it out of my head, but I could see Christmas against the Chiefs.
I want it.
Excuse me. Also, don't think I've been more excited for a 7th rounder than JCM and an undrafted player since and Brooks. I mean, those are two guys you can definitely get behind. JCM is without question going to have a role on this team in his rookie season. And Brooks, again, that back end of the receiver position is not set. And if you watched him, he's got some traits that will give him a shot to be a part of the mix at the receiver position. So it's going to be a fun preseason. Like I can tell you right now as a fan, and I hate the preseason with a passion. I'm going to be excited for this preseason because there's going to be a lot of young guys that I actually want to see. Even the UDFAs, like I want to see some of these dudes. I want to actually see them. It's just hard watching preseason football because you like the dudes they playing against. Half of these dudes ain't even gonna be in the league.
Right. I want them to just do away with preseason and everybody just mandatory joint practices, and that's what gets you in game shape and ready for the season.
And speaking of which, the Ravens just said that they are looking to have a joint practice with the Commanders.
They have two for the 2nd year in a row because the Patriots. We're talking with the Patriots and the Ravens. That's fine.
Yep. And I think the Dolphins said that they might be trying to do a joint practice with us. So I don't know. It could be all 3 of them that they do joint practices for.
We're going to find out who it's going to be when this preseason schedule come out. Because once you see all that, then
yeah. And we just Ravens joint practice every year as long as we don't play them in the regular season.
Yeah, that might be the move.
Yeah, we ain't coming up there. We ain't coming up there with a Make-A-Wish corner y'all could pick on this time. You know, these corners got size. Y'all not finna be brawling us with 4.
Hey, look, man. I'm still mad at the fact that Mark Andrews was picking up dudes and dumping them on their skull.
Yeah, Frankie not going for that. Frankie not going for that.
Nah, hell no. I was mad as hell. I was ready to fight. I was like, how y'all don't let him get away with that shit, man?
Remember the stream? Like we could watch the whole practice. That joint was lit, though.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was so disappointed in the Jets joint.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because I had gotten so spoiled with the Ravens one.
Yeah, I thought we was just gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah, no. Christopher McLaughlin, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Our guy, C Mac, thank you for the super chat. Who writes, "Hey Lou, Rio, Rico, and Ed. Hope everyone is doing well. What up, Chris? Really appreciate you. Likewise, as always. 3 questions. 1. What are 3 areas everyone wants Daniels to improve on in year 2 and why? 2, what are your thoughts on Justin Tucker being released? And 3, what 3 UDFAs make the team and why? So are there 3 areas of improvement you can see for Jaden Daniels?
I would just say the connection with Terry Deep Like we saw a bunch of flashes, but we did have that little run like the New Orleans game and the game after that where they were a little off. They kind of got it back together, but I would love it if it's every game all season.
I would say continuing to extend plays to be a passer. I think that's the natural next progression for him. Last year, I thought there were opportunities to get guys involved for big plays had he just dumped it down, right? Like, I think about the Cowboys game. If he just flicks that ball to Luke McCaffrey, it's a touchdown, right? And there are other opportunities for him. But you saw, again, just like you just said, Rico, you saw flashes of it, right? One of the most epic plays of the season was the deep ball to Terry against Cleveland. That's a, outside of the pocket extend type of play. And he had other plays like that. The New Orleans game was crazy. That play that he threw to Terry where he goes to his left, stops, ball comes out of his hand, gets up, jukes a dude, and then throws that rope to Terry in all that traffic. So he's extended plays to be a passer at times. I think there's more of that, especially in the red zone, right? Like the thing I loved about our red zone offense was we were so efficient in a timing setting. Like 1, 2, 3, Ertz on the slant, touchdown, right? It was a lot of that. 1, 2, 3, Terry on the slant, touchdown. But it ain't always gonna work out that way, right? Where they cover everything, they take it away. Can he extend the play and find guys in the end zone inside the 10? That's gonna be the next evolution, I believe, as well.
Yeah, for me, I don't really have too many. Like, I think he's going to get better in almost everything because a player progression of a player of his caliber, he's just going to work on things. He's going to go back to the lab. I'd like to see that long TD run that I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
We almost saw it versus Cleveland, versus the Panthers if he stays outside instead of cutting it back up. We almost seen it a couple times, but that long touchdown run, I think we're going to see one of those at some point this year.
Yeah, so for me, this is for the Luke McCaffrey fan base because a lot of people have been definitely coming at me about Luke McCaffrey a little bit. Just him and Luke, I don't know if it's just unlucky situations that happened last year, but they just weren't able to get on the same page. I think there were a couple of times where Luke was open, where they just weren't able to connect. So just getting that chemistry there. But, I mean, like you said, Rio, there's really not much to look at. I do think over the middle of the field, he's really good over the middle of the field, but his interceptions typically sailed on him. The one pick to Reed Blankenship in the Eagles game, but he was hurt that game where he was still ailing from the rib injury. But typically he only had 9 interceptions, which is really good to have under double-digit interceptions. Typically, the majority of them that I do remember, they sailed on him over the middle. Another thing, I do think he was locking into Noah Brown a little too much throughout the season. Sometimes, like he was defaulting to Noah. Excuse me. When I guess he felt like Terry was bracketed or doubled or whatever. But this year, I don't think that's going to happen because he's going to have Debo. Like he's just going to have more options to throw the football to. But I do think there were some games where he was just defaulting and locking into Noah Brown sometimes. But other than that, there's really not much. But that's a good question. Justin Tucker.
Yep. Thoughts on Justin Tucker being released?
Yeah, no, I mean everybody saw that. Everybody knows. Even if they didn't even draft a kicker, like that was eventually going to happen. They were going to sign somebody to get him up out of there. And
so you got Mike Green and Justin Tucker at the same time, man.
Right, yeah. And then 3 UDFA.
Hide your women, hide your kids.
Hide your
kids.
Right, massage parlors.
Just know after he got released, they can now breathe at massage parlors in Baltimore, man. Shout out to them.
I don't know, man. If they ain't got his picture on the wall, you still ain't safe.
3 UDFAs, yeah, Ja'Cory Brooks, and then one of the safeties. So Trey Rucker out of Oklahoma State, and then
I guess I'm gonna say Gabe.
No, I'm not going to.
I'm just kidding. He's not an undrafted free agent, but shout out to him.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the one, and then McDaniel out of Jackson State. I'll probably go with those 3 guys.
I want to see him play, man.
Yeah, his frame,
yes,
and his and what his game is supposed to be. Like there were legit people that covered the SWAC that were pissed off that he didn't get drafted. Like,
oh yeah, no, they were. I seen it.
You seen it, right? Like they were hot. Like
they
couldn't believe it. They were incredulous that this man. He's like, you can't tell me this player, and this player were all better than this dude. So I'm dying. Like I can't wait. I'm gonna watch his film either tonight or tomorrow because I'm doing my UDFA video tomorrow. I can't wait to watch him to see what he can do because I've heard nothing but good things about him. Rico, 3 UDFAs you think can make the team?
Yeah, I just feel like Ja'Cory Brooks and Carlin are like my automatic 2. And I probably will give that last one to Robert McDaniels just off that athletic profile. He fits what Dan Quinn likes in his safeties, especially again the Talanoa Hufanga comp. And that's what Adam Peters looks for in his safeties. And we have a need at safety, so I feel like those 3 make a lot of sense. We need an outside corner. You can never have too many receivers, especially one that can high point the ball to the level of Ja'Cory Brooks. And again, 1,000-yard receiver and getting Tyler Shuck drafted as early as the 2nd round to the Saints, I give him all of the credit for that. So yeah, those would be my 3.
Don't sleep on Cam Arnold, even though never ever trust a man with 2 first names. Don't sleep on that guy. LA at Brooklyn. Thank you for the 50 spot.
My God. Let's get it, man.
Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Writes, what up, my kings? What up, LA? Hope you and the families are doing well. Likewise, we really truly do appreciate you. Trying to watch the Pacers Cavs, great game. I'm gonna go back and watch, man. Especially the ending. That's crazy. I saw 2 game winners yesterday, basically. Well, the Knicks game wasn't a game winner.
It felt like overtime.
Yeah, it was crazy. Man, Brunson is so clutch, bro.
No, he's so much better than I thought he was going to be in the league. I thought he was going to be solid. I didn't think he was going to be this.
Bro, I have never been more wrong about a player because I was one of the people that was criticizing the Knicks for giving him over $100 million in free agency. I was killing them. Like,
they saw the vision. I didn't see it.
I didn't either. Like, I was like, what are y'all doing? You crazy giving Jalen?
He's a role player.
Right. Like, what are you doing? They saw it, man.
Well, a whole superstar.
A complete superstar, bro. He says, now watching Golden State, Minnesota, and listening to you boys, absolute jersey number obsession. Hey, look, man. It's a real thing, man. What's the hashtag, Rio?
Hashtag numbers matter.
Numbers matter. Okay. Thanks for rounding out the night. Peace. We appreciate you, LA, man. Really do appreciate you. Salute to LA and enjoy that game, man. Hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of this stream and enjoy the rest of that game. Hopefully that game.
Just the one y'all Curry's out with a hamstring something.
He's out?
Yeah, he's out for the rest of this game.
Oh, no.
I mean, that might be the series then. If Curry can't go, they're cooked, bro.
36-24 in the second quarter with 4 minutes left. So the under is going to hit very hard.
So
and the problem is because Draymond got 4 threes already, just to let you know. And I was sick with every one of them.
The Warriors up 12 or they down 12?
They're up
12.
This is
Draymond.
a terrible scoring game. Very low scoring.
Oh, wow. I mean, Draymond can't keep that up. So, yeah, that's
he hasn't fought Gobert yet. So we'll see. We'll see if that
it's coming. He'll get into a scrap with somebody. JLG, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. JLG writes, which opponent would you choose for a primetime game if you could only choose one?
Philadelphia.
Yeah, there you said it.
For me, the Falcons, because I'm going anyway. I prefer 1 p.m. games mostly for streaming purposes, but I'm going to the Falcons game regardless.
Rico be having this outfit ready a year early for the Falcons.
Rico should be out the year before. This should just out on the side of the bed. And he don't move that joint. It's ready, it's clean, and he got that joint ready.
He be letting folks have it when we beat the Falcons every year.
That's why he got to have it. That's why he got to have it. Because
I got a whole list.
Yeah, he got to have it, bro. And if he don't get it, he got a whole year where it's hell to pay. So he got to have it, bro. For me, it's the Chiefs. Jaden relishes these moments. He did it against Joe Burrow last year. You put him up against one of the best in the league, and I think he's going to respond like he did last year. So I can't wait to see him in that matchup against
JD on
Patrick
Christmas,
Mahomes.
baby. JD Christmas.
What about you, Ed?
Oh man, I was gonna say between the Bears and Eagles. I just want to blow out the Bears this year, man. I just want to shut them up. But no, it's got to be the Eagles, man. The Eagles, their fan base is the worst fan base in all the sports. I mean, they just are, man. Somebody posted a picture about Jaden's hair and trying to say it's gotten to that point. Like,
you're talking about the fake Sopranos looking dude in the face. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's how bad their fan base is, that they say stuff that they don't know about just to troll. Like, that's how bad their fan base is.
Like, even like LB had to like, what are we doing, bro? We talking about black men's hair on the time? Like, what are we talking about right now? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't know where the obsession came from. Like, I can tell you this, and this has been my stance the whole time, is if we just won the Super Bowl, you think I'm thinking about another team?
Especially another team's quarterback.
Like, that is insane.
It's insecurity.
Bro.
They know Jaden Daniels is better than Jalen Hurts. They know it. They're projecting.
Fans hating that we got the draft. Like, they even got mad that we got the draft, that they didn't get the draft.
Yeah. I mean,
nobody wants to go to Philly.
I want to go get drafted in front of the damn Rocky statue.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm gonna have a fun time trolling Eagles fans this season, the rest of this off season, because they always talk about us having, living rent free in our head and all that stuff. That it's the opposite, bro. We don't talk about them like they talk about us.
We do not.
They can't even enjoy their Super Bowl because they're so worried about us. They are obsessed with us and our quarterback and they keep trying to tell me Josh Harris, he owns the 76ers. Most Eagles fans are 76ers fans. And so Josh Harris is a terrible owner. Y'all gonna find out. I'm like, bro,
he already did more here than the Sixers. So I mean,
way more. And I told him football is different than basketball, bro. Like, it's levels to this shit. Y'all
Jaden ain't Embiid
at all. And I said, there's levels to this shit. And guess what? Y'all little basketball team pales in comparison in importance to what he got going on here. That's nothing. You could combine his hockey franchise and his basketball franchise, and it still don't compare to the NFL team he owns.
Crystal Palace in there too, and it don't compare to
this, bro. Like, so chill. Trust me. We got it over here, man.
Good luck on your little arena in Philly, though. Good luck getting y'all little arena. We don't have those problems over here. We back in the city with
it. we back in the city, man. It's a parade in my city, yeah.
Sure is.
All right. Sean Moore. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Sean writes, they can't have all the juicy joints.
That's what you said earlier.
I don't even remember saying that.
But I think that was when you were in reference to like us playing on all the holidays or something. Like, we can't have all the juicy joints. I mean, that's not that. That's crazy. Not about. I'm about to say, but that wasn't about a person. That was about games, bro. Then you said, hold on, let me see. It could get worse. Hold on. Then you said they didn't catch it. That's not that crazy.
Again, he got to be from New York. He got to be one of these New York dudes.
Yeah, because New Yorkers want to pause every
single word. Yeah. Hey, and then was like, yeah, we did, and they was like, yeah, we didn't catch it.
Very New Yorker.
Yes, this sounds like a dude straight out of one of the boroughs, and every other word is paused, bro. It's all good, Sean. You tried to get me, man. I thought I had really done. I wasn't gonna self-incriminate though. You was gonna have to tell me what I did, because you wasn't gonna catch me on some nonsense. Reese, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Who writes, guess because of the name, but why does everyone overlook Gabe? Our safety spots are not close to locked in. And he produced, we glaze other UDFAs, but it's shout out Gabe. Shout out Gabe.
Yeah, shout out
I'd take him over Percival. So this is the problem. If they liked him as much as you do,
sign him.
They would have signed him, right? Mm-hmm. So they really like Robert McDaniel. They worked him out. Okay, cool. They signed another safety out of like Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they said they gave him the legacy tryout. You know what I'm saying? It's like when your mother or your father was in the fraternity or the sorority, and you don't necessarily get accepted in, but you get a priority tryout, the pledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like that.
That's exactly what it is. Like he's literally saying, bro, they might riot if we won't give this man a run. Let's just give him a spin so we can say we gave him a shot and we can put this shit to rest. Right?
Took them to the NFC Championship, got them the draft, got them a new stadium in 5 years, but we still got to make sure Gabe is here.
They still want my head on the stick because I didn't bring in Gabe.
People on the timeline, he's going to keep the legacy going. Like, y'all need to relax with that shit. That's why I didn't want us to sign him, because I didn't want fans to be weird about it, bro. Shout out to him, though.
They were going to be weird either way, Rio. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
You might as well just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what they're doing here, right? Bring him in here.
Like, someone got mad at me because I said his best way to make a roster, if he wants to make a roster, is to take the Jeremy Reeves pathway to playing special teams and working his way as a end of room safety. And they were like, how can you compare him to Jeremy Reed? Jeremy Reed plays special team. I said, he's an undrafted free agent safety that's undersized. What is he about to do for somebody?
I was about to say, that's disrespectful to Jeremy Reeves. Actually, he's an all-pro special team.
And if he gets an interception on Thursday or like a pass breakup, I know Twitter's gonna go crazy.
Yeah. let him do anything, right? It doesn't matter. All Nikki Javala has to tweet out is that Gabe Taylor just had an impressive pass breakup, or Gabe Taylor had an interception today.
All he got to do is come out and one of Sean's former numbers in practice, and that's going to get praise.
Hey, I didn't giving out 21 practice jerseys.
Ryan Clark used to do it. Ryan Clark,
right? He did. Yeah, but that was different. That was before they was like putting that number away. They hadn't put that number away yet, technically. Just nobody was wearing it. 36, he more likely to come out in the DJ Swearinger 36.
The Sewer Cravens.
Yeah. Shout out to Sewer Cravens.
I'll take the shout out back. I don't want to shout out Sewer Cravens.
Shout out to Sewer. Hey, he did have an interception against the Giants against Eli that won us they win us that game. So shout out to Sewer Cravens.
Hey, why when he got cut, he gathered all his extra jerseys and went to Dick's up Dulles Town Center, was giving people jerseys and was like, man, I'm out, y'all. I'm gonna give these away. I just wanted to do one more thing for the fan base on my way. Bro, you quit. You quit on the team if you don't get your snake ass out the city. Bro.
Hey, bro, he quit so many times. Our organization was so trash, bro. Nasty. How did they draft this man with a second round? He quit in college 3 times. Yeah, three times.
We didn't background check guys at all, bro.
We were so trash, bro. It's amazing, bro. Crazy. Swaggy P. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you, my guy. Swaggy writes, to see a burgundy and gold at the draft. Bart Scott. Can't wait. Oh man, it's gonna be live, bro. It's gonna be lit, and I just hope they do it right. I just hope they do it right, because if they do it right, it's gonna be one for the ages.
And don't let us be picking 32nd. Don't let us be picking 32nd in that joint. Woo.
No.
Oh Lord.
Bro.
So the crowd gonna start going crazy before we even select. It's gonna be loud.
You booing the Cowboys pick.
Oh yeah.
You booing the Eagles pick. You booing the Giants pick. To a lesser degree. Like, our fan base don't have as much, grievances, enough grievances with the Giants, but they can get the smoke too. But they gonna kill the Cowboy. I feel bad actually if their pick is in attendance. Because they getting booed off the stage, bro. On some
worst way,
like at the Apollo type shit.
Yep.
Like we blowing the draws off of the Eagles pick and the Cowboys pick. They better not show up. And that's crazy because you don't know who drafting you. So you just in attendance, you get picked by the Eagles, and you ain't even gonna be able to hear. We gonna be booing that person so loud. It's gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be wild. A lot of fun though. Sean Moore, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Oh man, that's right. I forgot.
Oh yeah, he's from Southeast.
Yeah,
He
no.
from Southeast.
That's my
Okay.
guy, man. He was at the watch party for the Tampa Bay game. That was my guy, man. He says, y'all keep forgetting this is Mamba Fest. I did forget it was Mamba. My bad, man. From Southeast. Yeah, all that shit was suspect. I'm just saying, hey, look, man. I think maybe one of them might have been a little questionable, but the juicy joint wasn't bad because we weren't talking about a person, right?
Yeah, we was
talking about the games, but
because juicy don't even got to be suspect. You know, that could be about a female or something. You know,
so it could, but in this case, it was a game. So you know what I mean? If we was talking about the players and I said something like that, he'd be like, whoa, bro, what you doing? But I get it. You a funny ass dude though. So
shout out to our guy.
Yeah, shout out to Mamba, man. Anyway, that was the last super chat, man. Anything y'all want to add before we get out of here? NBA playoffs have been crazy. That means the Timberwolves are coming back because we still have not had a home team win a playoff game in the second round yet, with the Pacers going up 2-0 on the road. So I gotta imagine, and all of these games have been comebacks. All of them except the Pacers game 1 win. The Pacers were down 20 tonight. The Knicks were down 20 yesterday, and the Nuggets were down 16 yesterday. So all of them have been comebacks, and y'all just told me they were down 12. So
and just let you know, Draymond 4 threes and Ants, I think 0 for 8 right now. So
damn, has he scored? Has he gotten to the line?
He got 1 free throw.
Yeah,
1 free throw. Yeah,
that's rough.
Hey, guys, this is the world we're living in as Washington Commanders fans now. Do not be shocked if that schedule say Christmas, say Thanksgiving, and says international game all in one, and we on prime time 6 times this year. Don't be surprised. Do not fret. Don't run from it. Don't be surprised if Jaden get the Madden cover. Don't be afraid of supernatural curses or any of that shit that we cared about when Dan Snyder owned this football team. Because all of it's coming our way. We might be on hard now. All of it could be in store for this team. Nothing's off the table anymore. So kick your feet up, you know, and enjoy the ride.
Go ahead, Rico.
Oh no, you good? No, I was gonna let mine be the last one.
Okay, we not getting all them juicy joints.
What if we do? What if how you acting next week at the schedule release? We go international, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Yo, I'm gonna lose it, bro. Because in my mind, there's no way we're getting all of those games. No way. You might get 1, 2 at max. You're not getting all 3. That'd is insanity. That is insane. They don't even do that to Patrick Mahomes, bro. There's no way they're doing that. I think you're getting 1 Thanksgiving, like Ed said, maybe 2 if they decide to throw Christmas on the plate too. But there's no way they're throwing an international joint on top of that.
They might be early on the Jaden Daniels trade. They waited to see what Pat could do. They already saw enough with Jaden, bro. He about to be the header again for the NFL page as soon as the season starts.
Hey. And I agree with you on the Madden thing, because I've seen a lot of people running from that. Like, if
oh my God,
like they don't want any parts of that. And I don't think that's the real cover, by the way. The one that they with him going like this and
no, those are just mock-ups.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be like Saquon or Chase or something. But it's coming in the next couple years. It's definitely on the way.
Yeah, for sure. Don't run from any of that. I agree with you, Rio. Like, this is our new norm. Embrace it. This
Hard
is what we
Knocks
want.
Would be fire this year. Like right now, it feels like a Hard Knock summer. Like that would be
beautiful.
That would be good. That would be dope.
I
wish we had better facilities, but like,
because they're redoing everything. Because on Pat Mack, he was like, they're redoing the locker rooms. I saw, I don't know if that's what I was looking at, but I saw the locker room look different. Did you see all that space? I seen it.
It was hella empty, like they're moving everything around.
Yeah, it was a ton of space in there, bro. So I don't know. But outside of Jaden and maybe Debo, what would be the storyline? if they came this
Oh
year.
no, we are the storyline. Like we're the storyline of the offseason, man. Like
I guess, yeah.
we are a resurrected former great franchise looking to be glorious. Like we have more storylines than the Bears did last year.
Yeah. And you're probably right.
I agree.
And who would be the undrafted guy that they follow or somebody?
Gabe, if he gets
No, it's not gonna be Gabe.
Gabe.
Stop it. Shout out to Gabe, man. He's not gonna be here in August. Stop it.
they do latch on to one of those guys being one of the main characters. I think it would maybe Robert McDaniels would be the guy that they would be following around. Like I think he's got a shot, man. Because they got to ask teams who has a shot that would be interesting for us to feature this season.
Probably Ja'Cory Brooks. They would love Tressway. They would love him. They probably loved Jeremy Reeves, Frankie Louvu.
Bobby Wagner's dynamic with Jaden.
Yeah.
Debo. They would love Debo.
Yeah. Yeah, they do like to highlight the assistant coaches. So Cliff definitely, and I mean, hell, Joe Witt I think he would even be a character too, because he's kind of like no nonsense. But I think there's another side to him.
They would make some celebrity calls for cameos to come. Like, hey, we doing Hard Knocks, man. Pull up the cap. Like,
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Well, Kevin, he usually show up anyway. Like he usually come to a practice anyway. So I wouldn't be shocked if they got Wale to come out or they got Dale or Earnhardt to come out for something like that.
But Jaden would be the main course of the entire show, though. They're going to show him do the VR shit, all of that.
Jaden and his mom talking and going out.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I can see it for sure. I can see it for sure. It's hot as we are right now.
I think Frankie Louvu will become a household name with something like that too. Like when more people are aware of his personality and stuff, and how he's like the main hype man and the spirit of the defense and everything, I think he's one of those guys that would like blow up. Like he would probably gain the most followers out of anybody on the team.
Louvu would be on that joint, giving his whole family lineage and shit. Like they'd be on that joint doing all type of tribal shit on the show.
I think he'd be the secret star of it for sure.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. It would be dope, man. It would be dope to see that thing come to fruition.
One day.
Hold on. Kwame Browner. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Kwame, thank you for the $20 dono. Who writes, my bad, fellas, on Boo Time. Celebrate my wife. Big ups to Rio. All right, is that to Rio?
Yes,
to Rio and the Commander Kings. Okay. Hey, man, shout out to you and your wife, man. Y'all definitely get that time in,
y'all must
bro.
have had y'all some drink.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Kwame and his wife, man.
Yeah, we'll look at the profile picture. That's a beautiful couple, man.
Yep, absolutely, man. Make sure you're getting that quality time in there, bro. We'll be here. We appreciate you, though, man. Thank you so much for the support. Beloved Rain 44. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Beloved Rain 44 writes, hey, Kings, do any of y'all know who wears why no one wears 27?
Mouth of the South. The Mouth of the South. We talking about retiring legends number, the Mouth of the South.
Hey.
Really the last 27? Hey. Was he the last 27?
We've had other guys wear 27 cents. It's just I don't know why nobody wears.
No one touches 27. That is a random number.
Walt Harris had 27.
Shout out Walt Harris.
And Walt Harris had 27 for a minute, and then I don't know how many people like. No, it's like it's almost like it's some sort of like
some stench on that number.
You're right. Like I don't know why 27 doesn't get touched though.
What type of smut is on that number, man?
Because nobody touches 27. It seems like. Can y'all think of the last time somebody wore 27 and actually made the team?
Smoot is literally like the last person I can think of.
So it has Larry Johnson on here, but he didn't make the roster.
Hell, we did have washed Larry Johnson.
Yeah, we damn sure did.
And Willie Park. We got the washed version of all the AFC retread running. We had Sean Alexander.
Hell yeah. Late end of the career, Sean Alexander. You forget about how many washed players we had here, boy.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely disgusting.
No, but the Mouth of the South got it on lock, man. Fred Smoot.
That's crazy that don't nobody want to wear 27. Would Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt look better in 27 than 32?
Nah. Just go ahead rock with your 32 at that point, man.
I ain't feeling 32. I'm not.
Nasty, bro.
Is there any number besides the number 7?
No one's wearing 22 after
I said
Depot
that
left.
already. I said that already. And
22 is available.
none of the free agents picked that up. I'm like,
24 is available.
It should
Michael
be because Michael
Davis
Davis
is
had
not
it.
here.
Right.
All right. 24 and 22 look better than 32.
The only time I can see 7 being at the end of a number and it's all right is 7 by itself,
17.
maybe 67, and of course 97 on defensive line. Every other
You don't
something
like
7.
17? You don't
Terry
like
made
17?
Just
You're
say
not-
Terry is the only reason I like Terry is literally the only reason I rock with 17.
17 on a skill player works, 87 on a tight end is clean.
I still don't
What's
like
it? Isn't Devontae 17?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Garrett was 17 before he
Waddle.
went to 5, right?
Man, Waddle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Terry
17
made
is
me
clean
like that
on the
number. I
receiver.
don't know.
It's clean on the receiver if you do it right.
27 ain't it though. 27 is like
27,
a strong
37.
safety ass number. Like
It is, and you're not wrong. I'm trying to think of. I think the last legit running back I seen wear 27 in the league
Probably was Larry Johnson.
might have been. I'm trying to think. I keep thinking about the. I don't think he wore 27. I keep thinking he wore 27. I'm thinking about the running back that was at Alabama, that played for Jacksonville. I don't know why I can't.
Leonard Fournette. No.
Yes.
You talking about
No,
Fournette?
it wasn't Fournette, but I think he wore 27.
He did wear 27.
Yeah,
he
no,
did.
that's
he
what I was thinking
did.
about. I was thinking about Alabama back though, but he didn't wear 27. It was Fournette. I was thinking of a Jags running back. I just got the wrong one, but Fournette, I think he wore 27.
He did
That's the
wear
last 27.
Eddie George ass number.
Yeah, that's definitely some Eddie George, and that's why like. But I you know what, 27 is not dope. So I get why don't nobody pick 27. It's not a dope number. Like you think about that shit, it's just like what position can make that shit look clean?
Tre'Davious White. It's really a cornerback.
Trey White.
Trey White.
Some type of DB.
And even that shit was nasty on him.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
bro, that shit is nasty, bro.
It don't look like it should be for any player that has finesse in his game. He's like a brute force type player, like an enforcer box safety should be wearing 27. Power forward ass number.
It's funny that you say that because the last person that we can recollect wearing it here definitely wasn't enforcer and what light no damn body up on the damn field.
You got to be a swole LaRon Landry type player, boy.
Hey, 27 is nasty. I guess I get it because they stay away from that shit like it's retired. I mean, nobody wear 27, bro.
Nobody even wears it like as like a duplicate number for like an undrafted free agent.
We will get two. We will get 2 number 2s in the preseason before we get a 27, bro. Like, it's crazy. We will get 2 3s. We will have 4.
We'll have 2
19s.
7s before we have a 27.
Bro, it's wild.
I never even thought about that. Shout out to Beloved Rain for that because I didn't notice that at all.
That's a good pull because I don't think about that number at all.
I forgot it existed.
We talked about it a long time ago, but I didn't give it as much thought till tonight. Like, and that's a league-wide thing. 27 is not a good number, bro. Like,
Eradicated ass number.
Duncan Wright, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Double up. Let's see what we got. In the last 8 years, we went to the Super Bowl 3 times and won twice, yet you still give us disrespect. It's gross and disgusting. That's okay. We got something for you. Look, I'm just happy that for the second time tonight, you had a coherent super chat.
Shout out to Duncan.
Shout out
We
to
didn't-
Duncan, man.
We didn't need our brightest minds to decode his messages tonight, man.
We had to solve the Da Vinci Code to get that.
Yeah, the Rosetta Stone. There's still some grammar errors for sure, like the period and the capital letters and stuff like
Hey,
that.
look, man, you gotta let that slide with Duncan, man. Look, he did his best. Okay,
My boy Duncan is taking a hard stance against punctuation.
Most improved award. That's
Shout
that
out to
most
Duncan.
improved.
Love you,
That
Duncan.
don't nobody want. It's that bad most improved.
That's my boy, man. Shout out to Duncan, man.
that's the dude that got the D- and then got most improved.
It's not enough. Yeah, most improved.
That's my
He
baby.
showed up to class every day.
Hey, hey, man.
Family going
Somebody
off
got
at
to.
graduation.
Hey, somebody got to get it, man. Somebody got to get it, right? Stephen Dent, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you. Stephen writes, 27 is classic Ken Houston. Now that's what Rio's talking about right there. That's the type of person right there that should be wearing that number right there. Ken Houston. That's the person right there. Maybe no, I'm about to say, well, maybe that's why nobody wears it, but for Ken Houston. But Smoot wore it. Did they retire it after Smoot wore it? Or after?
He's not retired. Nobody just touches that joint.
Yo, that's wild. Because like I said, I think Walt Harris wore 27. And it didn't look bad on Walt. And then after that, when did Walt Harris play? Like, let me make sure I ain't tripping, man.
It was like mid
2000s? 2005.
So he was after Smoot, right? Because Smoot left here what? Oh, what's Smoot leave here at? Oh, something.
Smoot was here 07 to 09. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, well then he wore it after Walt then. So shit.
Like look at the names that pop up when you look up the number 27 in the NFL. It's just a nasty look. Terrell Buckley, Will
Buckley,
Ladanya Mitchell, Lamont Thompson, Jimmy Wilson, Raheem Mostert. I put a Niners.
Lamont Thompson sound like he should be wearing 27.
LaMichael James, Shamil Gary, Marie Kalan.
Not LaMichael. I ain't heard that
James.
From
Oregon legend. Oregon legend, bro.
Shout out to LaMichael James, bro.
I remember in NCAA that year he had locks and was dark.
Dennis Dixon was so like that, bro.
Crazy, bro. You could not tackle him on NCAA.
That was
cheat code.
That was the Oregon version of Pat White and Slayton and them, bro. They got busy.
Yeah.
Damn, shout out to Pat White.
27 is really eradicated in the NFL.
Bro, I'm telling you, that is some despicable work. 27
UDFAs don't even wear that shit.
They don't even want that. They like, nah. Hey, let me get that 29, bro.
I'm going out as a duplicate, bro.
I prefer to be too squared.
Yo,
did comment Ray Rice, so I don't know if after Ray Rice they stayed away from that.
Oh, maybe there's something.
Ray Rice put smut on the number 20.
Hey, bro.
Imagine being the reason why nobody wears a number.
Yo, it's no way, bro. It's no way.
Yeah,
Kareem
Hunt. Yep.
Oh, Kareem, yeah.
Hey, there's assault charges that come with both of those.
Hey,
that name is synonymous with hitting women. That's crazy.
Hey, that's wild that 27 comes with a battery charge.
That's
some sort of assault charge. Hey, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Hey, Rio, you stupid.
Look where we went to tonight. Look where we went to close out the
like, no, look what they made us do. We were done. We had put the number conversation down.
We had already had our closing statements.
And they ran it back, man. They brought it back around.
It was supposed to lead like 45 minutes ago.
Either it's Rio's beard, it's Jeremy Chin. Y'all cooking him.
That was crazy, bro.
That boy got the in slice of bread head now. It's bad, man. It's not marketable, man. It's not.
Jeremy Chin definitely looks like if a hammerhead shark came to life, bro.
I'm staying away from this altogether. I got
it's the shape of a goldfish snack.
Forehead definitely benching 225 at least 15 times.
So is his chin.
Bro, let's say, boy, that boy head come with a special attack, man.
Last name was intentional as shit, bro.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got any grapes. Thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate you.
Oh, you must be.
I think 43. No, I think he's like number 43, but nah, that would be
43.
I was about to say it would
like
fit.
43?
It would fit.
it's like 40 something that I saw. Yeah.
Oh, 43 is nasty.
No, he
That's
was saying because we were
disgusting.
saying 27 come with assault charges. So some
Right,
kind
it
of
would
battery.
fit.
So
I get the joke, I
he
get
was saying Mike Green.
It would fit.
He would fit it though. I'm about to say they can't have Mike Green over there looking like Gerald Sensabaugh, bro.
Yeah, no. I don't even think as a defender, if you're not a
45.
defensive back, you could wear
Yeah.
a 20 number.
Ew,
So
45?
45.
Like, he wanted that?
that's nasty, bro.
He wore 15 in college. I don't know why he's wearing 45, but nah, I get the 27 joke for sure.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if y'all got the 27. Why did he was saying it 27?
Yeah, nah.
That was definitely a joke.
Or we can switch to number 9 now since Justin Tucker's released.
Yeah, I mean, I don't make too much of the guys that get drafted, their numbers initially, because it's still subject to change, right? Like Mikey last year was 2. He was a duplicate of Diami. And then when Marcus Mariota came up off 0 and went to 18, he took the 0, right?
Yep.
Like I know Josh Connolly is staying at 72.
Yep.
Like that's definitely. Amos is staying at 23.
Yep. Lane is definitely staying in 83.
And Lane is definitely staying at
high
83.
school and college number. You know?
Madrano, I don't think he's going anywhere, but I would be searching for a new number if I were him.
56.
And then
slight for 56.
Absolutely. And then we got to get JCM in something better than 32, bro. Like I'm not okay with that. That's the equivalent of Frankie Louvu hyping up Chris Rodriguez Jr. for 36 last year, calling him the bus and shit like that. I'm like, that shit is ugly, bro.
They was in my chat on game day, like, oh, we got short bus Rodriguez. He said, yeah, short bus. I said, oh,
Short
no.
bus is crazy.
Short bus shawty, that's crazy.
Hey, look, man, the internet is undefeated, bro. Not short bus Rodriguez, bro. Stop it, man. Stop.
Boy, Rico dropping videos midstream, bro. You know.
Oh, I forgot I scheduled that for 11.
Hey, go
Boy,
ahead.
just dropped one 4 minutes ago.
Hey,
I forgot I scheduled that.
Is it the Kinlaw video?
No.
That shit don't exist, bro. He ain't even start the prep for it yet.
You type that in on Rico channel, that does not exist. Hey, it's still coming though.
It's on the way. On the way.
It's like GTA 6.
I'm about to say is that my trailer today was looking fire, by the way, bro. Oh my God, technology has come far. My.
Y'all are some fools, man. Y'all are crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's time to wrap this thing up, man.
Rico, you said you wanted to end the show. You had something to say.
With the last remarks, I was just gonna say go Dogs, because we about to clean sweep. We just got Andrew Luck. Now we about to get Lane Johnson. We just gonna keep it going. Next Brock Bowers on the way too. And next Roquan.
Y'all heard him.
About to clean sweep.
Y'all know what it is. Look out for the Bulldogs this upcoming summer. Coming to a TV near you.
Yeah.
They're back. So that's gonna do it for the Kangs. Y'all know what it is, man. If you're coming at these Kangs, you best not miss.
We out.
Y'all know what it is. Until next time, peace.
All right. And on the way out, it's always shout out to Gabe, man.